So we're back with more Caesar 3, and there's no background music, which is a bit concerning. Let's just jump right into the map so I can get some going wherever it is. Scenario 1, Final Pepper. What could that possibly mean? Let's load it up, get the background music going. Ah, that's already 1,000 times better. Okay, so I make the dangerous claim that if somebody brings me a custom map they make, I will play it on Caesar 3. And this has happened. It's Mr. Panda coming across with this. The scenario is nothing too fancy here. We've been sent to Wales because Caesar Marvin has been so impressed with our performance thus far. Obviously didn't see us scupper the island map. So we got this, and once again we've got a time limit. We're going to chew into the various challenges of it and get going, assuming that everything looks and sounds okay. I'm assuming that it does, since nobody's piping up one way or the other. Jacob, you tried Zeus, Master of Olympus. I played it for a short bit. I wasn't too captivated with it. The big thing about this is I'm really encapsulated by the Roman theme and setting of Caesar 3. Right, what do we have here then? We got a map. We've got a northern map, you can tell, because all the grass is quite dark. There's a lot of natives kicking about, some rough land to the northeast, quite a lot of water to the south of fishing points, and natives taking up land on these islands, but they look inconsequential either way. If we check, we can see just generally where the natives are holding influence. Means we can't really build on these unless we educate them, and we do have access to the mission post, so that will be possible. Okay, so far so good. Let's get a look at the world map here. This is Wales, yep, exactly where I remember it being, and we have a few trading partners. Caesarea, they'll buy marble and sell wheat. Thomogadi, they're going to buy our olives, our wine, our oil. They sell us timber and pottery, both of which I believe we cannot produce locally. And Syracusa, one of my favourite places to start a new colony. They'll sell us wine. They'll also sell us what we need to make weapons, and they'll buy up fruit and meat. Good to know. I was also given a list of what people do buy and sell, but it doesn't differentiate from what's shown here. There can be bugs with that when you make edits with the cement tool, which is otherwise the most powerful Caesar 3 editing tool available. Locally, we can produce fruit, and we can produce meat, olives and vines to make wine and oil, and we can locally make marble. Always good when we can do that. If we look right here, raw materials, it's the only thing we can produce locally. Means we have to build quite close to where all the natives are, but there's a good clearing here in the center for it, and a good area right here. So far so good there. Buildings that are available to us, all the health buildings. No oracle, so I may have to rely on large and small temples to please the gods. No access to the academy, I noticed that a wee bit ago. So that means we're going to be limited to medium villas then, because we can't get to large villa without an academy. Right, that's going to hurt us on our prosperity rating, whatever that's going to be. Full access to... Squinting a bit here. Where's the chariot maker? Okay, so we have a hippodrome, but there's no chariot maker. That's a bit concerning. That might really hurt us in entertainment value. Full access to government buildings. Full access, as far as I can tell, to engineering buildings, defense buildings. Yeah. Okay, right. So limited to medium villas is the main takeaway there. No oracles. I guess no oracles won't be too bad, considering that we won't have to push desirability too high if we're already limited on our buildings to medium villa. No cultures needed, thank goodness for that. Enormous prosperity needed, 90, so there will be a high need for patricians. Need a lot of peace, so I can't have invaders ravage my land, which probably also means there are going to be a lot of invaders. Now, Pepper Ann had some influence over this map. That means there's probably going to be enough armies marching on us that it will shake the ground, so to speak. And a lot of favors needed. That'll be important depending on how... oh, we only get a basic salary of 2 denarii. That is tricky. it might be worth setting our salary to 0 and fulfilling all of Caesar's needs. Oh, that's dangerous in itself. Very dangerous. 2 denarii per month, 20... I make a slightly better impact on Caesar if I do pay myself, but throw in gifts every time I have 200 denarii. But I'll probably forget that, so let's just give ourselves no denarii. Actually, let's not do anything, because I'm pretty sure the difficulty is on... No, it is on very hard mode. Well, that's good. That is very good. Fortunately for us, we get to set it to just hot... Well, hold on, I had a thought. Let's do very hard mode, and let's... No, I can't replay the map. It's a save game. Never mind, never mind. We play these scenarios on very hard. I'm going to have it on hard until we hit 300 population, because otherwise there's a bug. That's something that I allow myself. The bug would be people would just leave the city no matter how happy they are between 200 and 300 population. How many earthquakes are scheduled, asks Dr. Afdish. Well, fortunately you can't schedule more than 1, but where it is and how big it'll be, I have no clue. It's not to say I know it exists, but Pepper made or had influence over this map, so we can be pretty sure it's going to exist. Also, there are batches of wolves, so my people are going to get eaten. Also, we have very little in the way of starting funds. 3,000 denarii, that's pittance, especially when opening these trade routes costs 2,000, 1,400, and 1,500. So I need to think carefully which one I want to open. Thamagadi is the most tempting because they buy olives, wine, and oil. However, I'm going to go with Caesarea simply because it's the cheapest one to open at only 1,400 denarii. I'm going to open it straight away so that I know how much money I have to play with when building my little fledgling city. And then I'm going to start by doing something that the plebs on YouTube have a problem with. Fortunately, that is not my problem. And I'm going to build myself a little slum town. There are people saying, why don't you give your people water? Then you can have something other than tents. It's like, okay, well, having people in greater conditions than tents doesn't do me or my city much favor that early on into the game. Now, I'm a bit concerned about how much open territory there is to the side, especially this part that's been peeled out of the woods here. It tells me that there's no real safe area from invasion, right? They're probably going to pour in from all sides. The safest place is right in the center, but then center is away from the rocks where I can mine the marble. Even though I want to do it here, this looks like prime invading land. So, and since this is all covered up with rocks, it's not like I can even position a defensive army here. So I'm going to leave this pretty clear, but start building my little slum town over right here. I need marble. I need to export my marble as soon as possible. So what are our opportunities here? Yeah, I think we see something coming together here, there, and there. Yeah, there, that'll do. And I'm going to yeah, that should be fine. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good enough. We're going full slum town here. I don't even care. Let's bring it down a touch more. There we go. And I want to house no more than 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's keep them at least a bit away. Let's see if I have 400. That's enough for 200 people. And that's enough for 300 right there. So we shall make it there. 295 people can come in. I'm not going to pay them a penny. I don't like going to these extremes, but when you set me off with only 3,000 denarii, there's only so much I can do. We're not going to pay our people, and I'm going to put down the most basic of basics. That includes doctor, engineer post. I would include prefecture, but we're in northern lands, so they should not need that. Warehouse. This is where people come in, or it's here. I never remember if it's the blue or the red one that people appear from. However you cut it, though. Warehouse, where are you gonna go? Is this a place for farming? It is not. Then it is a place for warehousing. For now. Everything is temporary for now. And you're gonna take only marble for now. And I need to get this marble trade going ASAP. This is the basic of basics. I need to think about the gods as well. I don't care about Ceres or Neptune, but Mercury, very much so. Mars, definitely very much so. And Venus, early game not so much, but I get really distressed by her big, what's the opposite of blessing, or cursing of the city. So I don't want to see it, we'll avoid it. Also, welcome to Planet Sphere and Make My Day, who've been subbing in thus far today. Right, in come our immigrants.
Greetings, I'm new to this place. Do you know anywhere to live? I've heard there are jobs here. Ah, I want to be a lion tamer.
Such aspirations, we'll see what we can make of them. Fortunately, just people passing through native land isn't a big concern. I passed over this, but we have a native meeting hut. If I can get some mission posting done next to him, then they will trade with us. Except I don't think there is any way that they can get to us from there. No, alright. Native trading is one of the most overpowered ways of making money in this game, and if there's any... Oh, there's another one down here. I should have paid a bit more attention to this. If there's any way, absolutely any way I can get these guys to actually trade with me, it is buckets of ducats a clock. Sadly though, I think they've been skillfully positioned such that I cannot trade with them. There's no way that I can build any bridges over here. I could get one over to here, but they're blocked on all sides. Gutted. Oh well, it would be too good to be true, I'm sure. None of these other ones have the meeting huts, it's just the individual homes, and that's no good for me. Clear 00 says hello. Well, welcome. Welcome to today's Caesar 3. I'm on a bit of my own time limit here. I've only got the guts of 4 or 5 hours before I gotta head out. Okay, we have to kill those wolves or else they're gonna be howling all the way along. That got pretty annoying in the previous stream. So let's do our best to avoid it. How are you today? I'm doing pretty top-notch, thanks. So hopefully it continues that way. We've got 419 months. I don't know how many years that is. Probably between 30 and 40. Did I say how many months? I don't know how many years. Right, these people will fill up. I'm not paying them, but I am going to have some outgoings, and I do not want to fall into debt, or else Caesar will get very angry, and as we know, he does not have a lot of leeway for me. And yeah, I'm paying myself no money, so I'm going to have to fill his requests, or else that favour is going to be kaput. A new Caesar 3 stream, don't mind if I do. Having gone through all the Caesar 3 hardest maps on YouTube recently, I love this, says Denmark. Well, I'm glad the entire nation of Denmark is happy with the Caesar 3ing. Now, the marble is flowing.
Could you spare some stroopwafels? I haven't eaten in so long.
There's malnutrition everywhere, yet no food to treat it.
So people are unhappy at the lack of food. They're going to remain unhappy about that. As soon as I have something resembling unemployment, I'm going to have them farm away for me. Okay, there's areas for farming all around here. Once I have a bit of income from marble, which will hopefully be sooner rather than later, we'll immediately have it set to export them all. We will invest in... Oh, hey! Alright, we can have our own fish farms. That is very weird, but cool nonetheless. Nonetheless. Alright, get going, folks. There's money to be made and time's a-wasting. I also need to invest in a small army so that I can kill those wolves. Don't know where the best position for them is because this is good building real estate. A lot of the center is, but I don't want to put my army too far out to the sides or else I won't be able to react in time for invasions. So the mining appears to be going well. Marble quarry mining is the slowest of all the raw materials that you can get, probably because it's so valuable. Alright, get to work, folks. Alright, excellent. Mars has given us his blessing. It's pretty RNG at the start of the game if he's going to do that or not. And we have our first shipment of marble. We want that stuff sold and sold fast. How much marble will our friends actually buy from us? 15 per year. So 4 is a pretty good number. Each of these produce 0.4 per month, I believe, so 4.8 per year. Let's say 5, 5, 10, 15, and this makes up the extra and gives me some for large temples and a bit of a backlog. And boom! Marble is sold, money is made. I think I should start... How are we doing unemployment-wise? Ooh, high. 53, right. I need to start thinking about our next industry already. Olives into oil seems pretty sweet. Wine is worth more, but oil, we can sell both the olives and the oil itself. So that means we can start off with some farming. I want to branch it off here in a figure of 8, as I often do. I can always change it later on if the need arises, and the need will probably arise. So olives, what you gonna do? I would like this to branch out this way, because we've got lots of stuff to work with. 3 of them should do for now. So I want you to come out here and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This should work out just fine. The engineers should make their way around and they should all get access to labour, hopefully. They're going to start building up olives, and oh yes, Ceres is particularly not happy with me, so I suppose I should, instead of throwing her down the stairs as I've mentioned before, and I think someone took offence to that, I can't imagine why, we should give her something resembling a temple. Neptune could still go do one though, we don't care about him. We have no boats, so he cannot touch us. Same way that if you have no military concerns, Mars can't hurt you. If you don't have farms, Ceres can't hurt you. Neptune can always hurt you if you ever have any warehouses or Mercury, or the other one, granaries, and Venus can always make your people unhappy. So, pay heed to your gods insofar as you need to and no further. I think it's probably worth just operating out of 1 warehouse for now. How are we doing on unemployment? Still 37 unemployed, and I do want to get that oil flowing as soon as I can. So 1, 2, 3. How many did we say? Yeah, okay, that'll do then. Just to get a bit of oil flowing and we can sell it as quickly as we can, but my money situation is still not looking great, so please, good, they're buying my stuff. Rome is paying higher wages, so when I do start deciding to pay my people more than just filthy newspapers to line their tents with, I'm going to need to pay them more than I particularly want to. Alright, let's plow on. I don't think I have much that I can or have to do at this point. Mercury has uncovered hidden produce in the city granary. But my lousy tent people obviously just ate it all instantly. We almost have enough. Ooh, landslide. That means my money coming in is going to stop for a bit. Right, well, let's invest while we can. I mean, these trade goods aren't going anywhere for now. I will erect a... Yeah, that seems as good a place as any. I will erect a barracks right here and a fort for javelineers. I don't really know where, so I'm going to stick him... Huh, that's kind of snug right there, isn't it? Goodness, those wolves are annoying. Let's build up our javelineers as quickly as we can so we don't have to... Good job, Neptune. Unfortunately for you, I have no boats. Although it's really funny that I have access to fish and farms. And the reason it's funny will be apparent quite soon. Right, money is looking really bad because of all these landslides stopping people buying my goods. But they're back, and there goes my marble. Great. I hope to very soon open up the second trading thingamit. Oh. Rome has reduced the price of one of the goods you can trade, wine, by 90. That's a real shame because part of opening up my new trade route was to produce wine as well. We have access to vines and wineries, but I guess we're going to put that one on the shelf and have to rely on oil and marble instead. As soon as we have the dosh, I want to open up that new trade route. I could do it now, but I would go into debt and Caesar would be particularly unhappy. Come on, buy that stuff. Ooh, I have just enough cash to open it up. We'll do so. What is this? Okay, people are coming to fight me. Also bad news, but I do have the spirit of Mars to protect me. So let us sell every trace of oil and every trace of olives that we can right now. And they will buy 14. What a weird number. They've actually changed this to be weird numbers that don't show up very well here. Still, 14 oil and 16 wine and 25 olives. So I can expand this industry quite massively. But we'll do that when we need to do that. I don't quite have a big enough Primal Legion to deal with the wolves effectively, and I do want to build up a second Primal Legion. Here come Ah, here they are. Let's listen to what they have to say.
A good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
Man, how did Canadians get all the way over to Wales here? Welsh wine, EU, probably mixed with tin, says Spam. Well, more Cornish there, but I'll give it to you.
Ooh, I love coming here. Business is going very well.
Okay, Lucky's pretty happy with the business that we're providing with him here. It's working out alright for us. We almost have a full Primal Legion. Once we do, I hope to have the money to set up a second one, but we need these traders coming in. Okay, all the wolves are over there together. And I do not have these guys academy trained, so they're probably going to get butchered. But I want those wolves dead. I get so sick of hearing them throughout the campaign. But it costs 1,000 ducats to set up a new fort, so I need these trade goods traded quickly as they can.
I don't know why I bother with this route. They don't buy anything or have anything they want to sell me.
He does it pretty well, doesn't he? Right. Those wolves have ran to... Oh, they're trying to pincer attack me here. Let's do the best we can. Annihilate them. Okay, good. We're picking them off and they're not retaliating. I think we're just killing all the natives' pet doggies, but it's of utmost importance that we protect the city. The wolves are encroaching ever closer, and I can't say I like that. In fact, quite the opposite. I very don't like that. Let's finish them off. Okay, excellent. Surprised we didn't take any casualties, but now that we've just met up with them, I think that's about to change because they are far better than us at hand-to-hand combat. Or paw-to-hand combat. Come on, slaughter them. Alright, great. With them all dead, although our troops are very frightened right now. Okay, good. Shouldn't be any more dogs howling. I don't see any more, so that's taking care of one of the biggest issues. Okay, so our people are very frightened. That's unfortunate for them, but me, I don't really care about their feelings. Kind of filling up with trade goods here, which is well, good and bad. It's fine if I trade it all away.
I don't know why I bother with this route. They don't buy anything or have anything they want to sell me. Don't know why I bother with
He's
this
so
route.
unhappy.
Pushing carts all day really takes a toll on you. How am I supposed to carry on without no food?
Alright, everyone's complaining about lack of food, but that just sucks to be them, doesn't it? The third trade route that I may wish to consider is Syracuse. Very expensive, but they only buy fruit and fish. That could still be very good for business, since I have great area here for selling, well, fruit and fish. Actually, it's extremely tempting to do so. I'd have to stop peeing on Neptune's bran flakes, but that could be done. It's all in the interest of getting some dosh flowing. It's a one-time investment, so I would set up a dock and set up a bit of farming here and just have it purely feed into that. Not the worst idea I've ever had, but I need a bit more dosh to do so. Also, there was something about army closing in on me. They're not far away, but I do have the protection of Mars, which may or may not be enough. There's a lot of things I need, but I should probably focus on the economy first and foremost. So when we have our next shipment of stuff, that's these guys.
A good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
Salve. The plebeians
Salve.
urgently need.
Good, I'm glad they're buying up all my stuff. Is it enough, though? Probably going to run out of warehouse space before too long. However, the Denari situation looks passable. What I need to do is start expanding my my number of workers right now. And there's a few ways I can do that. I can do it the really sad way, or I can do it the less sad way. But I have no incentive to do it anything other than the sad way, so I'm just going to chuck them down here. There we go. Just slum town over there. I really could not care less about them. I guess I could give them doctor access, but I don't want to. They can just be... no, that might be bad for me, especially since I don't pay these people. There you go. That's as good as you get. Did I hear wolves recently, or I could be imagining it. It does happen. Right, we have denarii. Let's put it to use. I need to set up this new trading area. I hate just doing this with slums, but money is of prime importance right now. This dock is going to be the central point of it all. And can I get any little bridging going on here? No, I cannot. Maybe that's not the best place for the dock then. Might be the only place for the dock, actually. This would do, I suppose. Very dangerous having it so close to the side, though. Could get attacked if we get invaded near there. Now these savages abroad, Syracuse, I wish to trade with Welsh. They will buy up quite a lot of fruit, actually. Let's have a look. See, 25 fruit and 15 fish. 25 fruit, 0.8, 8, 9, 3 fruit farms should do that. 3 fruit farms and 2 fish farms. This should amuse me greatly. Like watching somebody eat an acorn. So how's this gonna work out? It doesn't have to work out well, it just needs to work out. 1, 2, 3, good enough. Clunk. Don't even need the loop, I'm not big on that. I do, however, want a warehouse as close to the wharf as possible. And these people need a little bit of labour access, so there you go, that will do you. You get an engineer post going as well. I'm not going to doctor them up because I don't care that much about them. And we're going to have fruit and a bit more fruit. And a little bit of piggies. We say they're pigs, but well, people are pretty unhappy with my city, and since I'm over 300 population, I also have to set the difficulty back up to very hard. Go me. The reason people are so unhappy is because I don't really pay them, so let's jack those wages up to a little bit above. Nah, just at Rome should do fine. We keep them on 0 taxes, and people will still be a bit miserable. In fact, people are upset with me. But once they're a bit happier, they should start coming in. But this is obviously a ploy to enjoy this bit of text. Oh, wow. Gotta hand it to the voice actor for that bit of text. They really took to the role. Holy Tapes has joined the stream just in time. Can't believe people wanted the weekly one-shot over this.
There's malnutrition everywhere, yet no food to treat it.
I guess they were just unhappy that they weren't getting any food here and decided to voice it in a spectacular way. So our pig farm is going, our fruit farm is going, and they should all get over to the docks and sell up well. If we go and check out our trade advisor, we want to export every bit of... Let me double check what Syracuse I buy and sell. But... well, they should be buying fruit and meat. Oh, well, maybe it's just as well that we... oh, also that. So I can't make as much money off marble as I've been making thus far, and to add insult to injury, Caesar wants a load of my fruit. Now, fortunately, we're already growing all this fruit for him. It's probably a sign that he's going to want more in the future, so I'll set up another fruit farm right here. City needs more workers. That's because people have been emigrating, but they're on their way back now.
I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
Where is that boat? I want to see... also, I'm still peeing all over Neptune, haven't I? I should give him something resembling... there's a word for what you do with gods. It's not coming to my head. Right, my lack of troops is incredibly concerning. It's high time I invested in something akin to a military academy. So I will build a military academy. don't like building it there. It kind of blocks the easy access that my traders have there. I'll build it over here. And I'm also going to need another fort real soon, so I'll build it now. I hope to find a trading boat soon, so that I can figure out what these guys actually want to trade with me. Maybe a previous curse of Neptune is getting in the way, though. Also, check out our pig farms here. They are dealing in fish.
Pushing carts all day really takes a toll on you. How am I supposed to carry on without no food?
Strongly unhappy at having set up all this, but not able to sell the goods. Syracuse, where are you? Huh. Well, that's for me to worry about. More landslides, that's going to impact on my money in a particularly negative way. Especially when this is where my money is coming in from. Right, I need to switch gears a little bit and start making more money. The wine is not going to make tons of dosh, however, it will make more than none. Actually, let's check that. Prices. Ooh, only 70. But that's still twice as much as I make on the olives. So I need to focus more on shifting oil and wine then. Needs must. Shouldn't need a lot of it though. Do I still need more workers? No, but I need more money, that much is for certain. So we'll have our warehouse right about here for, let's see, only olives and, olives and oil, or, no, only wine and oil. And this guy stops taking all the oil. Hopefully I'm able to do all this trading. Traders can only take 8 things at a time, so it's a bit dangerous that I have all these olives. I would rather they dealt in, bought up my wine and oil first. So I might just say no to having olives at all and focus on exporting the more lucrative goods first. How much marble can you export? I believe it's 15, right? 15, yeah. Not oodles of ducats, but it'll do. Really though, where's the boat? Where in the world are those boats? I haven't had a curse from Neptune in a long time. Oh,
You got
man.
through those funds quickly. Try to make these new funds last longer.
Caesar's not happy. Our outgoings are very high, and that was barely much of a bailout that he gave me. This is not generating any dosh because there are no boats coming in. Where the hell are the boats? Oh well, I'm unsure what to do about that. This just could be a bust. And that puts my money situation in a very precarious area. The outgoings are huge. I'm even short on employees, and that hurts industry and commerce. Ho to the hum. Right, well, let's have more people then. Even if they are just in slum housing. It's the best they'll ever get, and the most they'll ever know. I don't even have money for this. Ah, that could be it. The dock doesn't have enough people, so boats aren't arriving. Hopefully, they will soon. Alright, let's make you top priority and see if that encourages a boat to arrive. They're just waiting for a ship to come in. Me too. Because another part of the problem is, where's all this fruit that I need for Caesar gonna go? Perhaps the boats were sunk by Carthaginians. Anything could have happened here. Not seeing it. Okay, well, still got to sell everything I can to make a touch of money here. My people live in slums that I do not like. Feeding them would be quite an investment, but one I should probably get to. But where the hell's the boat? Okay, marble is going down even further, so the amount of money I can make is really tanking, whilst wages continue to go up. And about that boat. Pepper, what are you doing? Why can't I... Oh well, can't worry about it too much. What I will do is see how we're doing with Caesar's request. I can dispatch this, and hopefully they'll forgive me for requesting the bailout earlier. Still, though, a little less than impressed with what I'm meant to do here. Could set up another warehouse right there, but that would get in the way of some other stuff. A necessary evil, I think. This one will only accept fruit, the other one only fish, and then I'll be ready for any of Caesar's outrageous demands. So only meat there, only fruit there, and we're all good, except... There we go. Some labor access for you guys. Right. Pretty bad times for my city here. Pretty very bad times. Let's loop this around a bit so I can slam more people into my slummy city. Because that is what the need I have for right now. But I have some trained units at the very least. And money isn't great. Yeah, I knew it. Where are the wolves? Are you wolves? Or are you rocks? Use your... Aha! There we go. They're stuck in the trees. Right, I have an idea then. So Rome's pretty happy. I gave him all his fruit. And I got quite a bit of favour from it. I'm going to need to harvest that favour for a while. Got to remember, I want a time limit here, so that's not good. Oh my days, the lack of trade is punishing. Right, I need to see if there's anything else I can do. No, I'm trading everything, truly everything I can. So what can I trade? I can import. Nothing there. Nothing there. Huh. So Syracusa looks to be something like an empty trading route. They're not actually going to buy or sell anything to me, which means, oh god, I have no access to weapons. I cannot build legionnaires. Okay, concerning, but we'll make do with what we have here. I just hope that someday they show up, so I will keep this around in a vain hope. Right. So yeah, if you could... screw it then. We'll just have you run straight into these wolves. There we go. I want you to actually die a little bit to these so that I... yeah, good enough. As long as one of them die, they can... they can reinforce with somebody that is academy trained, and then the whole group will become academy trained. That's all I'm really looking for now. Alright, this'll do. This'll do, donkey. Still selling everything I can, but that money's not looking hot. Fell right into the mapmaker's trap, says the Shangana. Here we go. We also get to see who our enemy army is. Well, if I can't import iron, then this has just become impossible. Oh my, it's my favourite, the Goths! And I just went and hurt my, my soldiers. It would actually be good if I could kill them before I use Mars's blessing. Alright, slaughter them if you can. They don't appear to have their crossbow. Oh, there we go. There's their bows. this wood's just getting in our way. Slaughter them. Give them what's for. Oh, we are getting slaughtered here. However, so too are they. Away they go, and I didn't have to use the blessing. Excellent. What storms? Good question. What storms? There was no messenger. There's no boats. Oh, that's painful. Maybe you can loot some iron from the Goths. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, I have no access to local iron, so Caesar's just going to be mad at me for that. Since I have very high demands on favor, that's going to be tricky to say the least. Okay, well at least we have a pretty clear idea of what we're working with here. The industry is going, even though rapid inflation has made things pretty rough in that regard. I may have to look now towards... Towards what? Okay, I don't have a lot to work with here. I'm gonna get invaded by Goths, who are the strongest enemy in the game, so I need a proper army, and I need them positioned properly, and it looks like I get attacked from the sides as well. What I could start doing is building up... Okay, well at least that I can do. Ah! Wine has just gone up in price. This inflation lark is too much to handle. Still, Caesar, you can have your marble. No iron, though. Bah humbug. Maybe there was no ship entry point set. That would be... that could cause it. But there is flotsam. Flotsam usually tells you where they come from and where they go. Yeah, this should be the entry point, but they're not coming in, so... I am at a loss. Right. What to do? Probably the best thing to do is turn my population into one that actually eats and pays taxes. There is a lot of ground to work with for feeding. Got it here, here, and here. Not to mention here, there's plenty of stuff to be had. This seems to be the best area. Make loads of food here, make a little bunch of people that actually eat and pay taxes. But I need a bit more than 3,000 to work with for that early on. Rome thanks me for sending off all my precious goods. And they continue to buy up my stuff.
I don't know why I bother with this route. A good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
Thank goodness for that oil. Right, February now. Time just keeps trickling away. And my money trickles away as well. It's very hard to make anything good here. And more landslides, because I didn't need more problems. Doesn't look like anyone's coming to invade me, but I could sure do with that 2,000 that I sunk in the Syracuse trade route. Recht. Less Haverin, more getting to work here. I have 58 unemployed workforce. I'm going to need a whole lot more than that for what I'm going to build here. However, the people at this feed should be more than sufficient. I think I'll just go for fruit to feed these people. Lots of fruit farms here, and then a nice big or medium-sized. What was the population goal I need? Hopefully not 10,000. 8,000's pretty big, but I have no question I can feed that many people here. Economy is the real problem I'm having. Well, economy and defense. Lots of fruit. We should be good. What's the best way to have them here? Just getting a feel for how to lay out my fruit mines. I had a whiskey called down the old fruit mines that was amazing. Would love to find a bottle of it, but it's hard to find. Welsh whiskey, actually, Penderyn. I was so very much impressed. God damn that drunkard. The price of wine went up and he immediately decided he wants to have all of mine. This guy. This freaking guy. I usually like to have these come in as a figure of 8, so how am I going to do this? Well, options are available to me, but I kind of wanted to expand the town in this direction rather than here. It's dangerously close to the savages. So I'll get rid of you. I'm also, well, it's been made abundant here that I need to produce more wine to keep the old drunkard happy. One, 2, 3, 4. I guess a dedicated warehouse for wine now. Just so I have plenty of it on tap for when he comes asking. This is no doubt not going to be the last time he comes begging. How long do I have and how much was it? Only 12 wine. That's doable. That's good to have plenty ready. Right. I'm going to continue to be the slum dog. Oh, I miss having money already. Money is good. But at least all these people get seen to by a doctor. But I can't really do much if I don't take care of this. Firstly, let's have it looked up in some way, shape or form. Really don't want to go into debt. Caesar will start chewing me out like mad. I need to hit its way into a granary around here. Like so, I suppose. Oh, it would be super convenient for me if I could get a 2x2 of housing right here. These guys will need engineering, of course. Hopefully you'll take care of all of that. And that should be all for now. And then what'll I do? Just kind of build this out into a fairly large town area here. 1, 2, space. 1, 2. Yeah, it should be okay. A bit low on desirability, but hopefully something like that suffices for my people. Oh, I'm running so very low on income here. So this, I suppose, will have to do for now. And you, of course, only accept fruit for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. Yeah, this will support a good 3,000 people here, which should be fine for a wee bit. But note my incredible lack of money. I'm about to go into debt if I don't. Oh, the gods are about to get particularly unhappy with me as well, because the population is growing and I'm not patronizing them. That seems like the right word. All right, good. Selling those exquisite bottles of Welsh wine. So I'll have to... Oh great, a 2x2 form there. Perfecto. One god. 2 gods. 3 gods. 4. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And 5. Should keep people, the gods, vaguely happy for now. So keep them happy for up to 1,500 people. Crap, missed the start, but it still looks early, says Pepper. Yeah, I've been trying to build up an economy, especially given that boats don't arrive from Syracuse. I feel a wee bit cheated on that 2,000 ducats to open up that trade route, but for reasons I can't fathom, they don't arrive. I mean, they should. All points to that they should, but they are not arriving, so I don't have an explanation there. The others are functional, though. I think it's a case that Syracuse I wasn't actually given trade goods. I know it says here, but when you change it in cement, it doesn't reflect on the UI. Still, onwards people come. Ah, I can't get him timber because I can't import it. No, I can import it. That's a complete lie. I could bring it in from these guys, but I don't have the money, so I guess I'll just eat Caesar's wrath for a little bit. As for you, I'm still dubious about... I don't think I should sell olives, olives, because it takes so long for them to go from entry to exit point that they won't have the time to buy all those goods. Better to focus on the more expensive stuff. Still, with that in mind, let's carry on forward. Have I forgotten your request? Yes, I have. As for the other one, I have not. Here you go. Take the wine. Get off my back. Should keep them sweet for a little while. We have access to food now, so people shouldn't be so unhappy.
We need more slaves, workers.
This place really needs many more workers.
Really? That many? 76, I suppose. I don't really have the money to set up more places for people to live, but I'll do it anyway. More slums for the slum. Don't want to keep using the phrase slumdog here, but... Recht. This seems like alright building area as well, which I can use these farms for. It's not a lot of food, but I may hit population woes before too long, which means having the aqueduct and reservoir right here could prove useful. Just keep it super basic, straight line, and of course a way to get through, and then I can start watering my people like they're animals. One, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and it doesn't really matter, I'll stick you there. Needs more workers, but they're coming on in. Hello, do you have a streaming plan? Yeah, I stream now, and that's about as far as the plan goes. Tomorrow I intend on doing a weekly one-shot The Punishment Game, but we'll see. It's a busy week with a busy weekend. So my workshop ain't working. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, well it's because of lack of workers right now, but that should be fixed pretty soon. These guys are going to get fed, and I want to bring them all the way up to small hovels so I can start taxing them. People are going to be very unhappy because of my taxing... well, we have so many people that are not fed, they're going to be very unhappy that some people are getting fed and they are not, so it's going to impact on my ability to tax. I wonder if I will be able to feed enough people to get away with it. Well, if I get 3,000 people all the way over here, I can demolish a lot of my slums, which is the dream. But that's going to be a lot of people, and I'm probably going to need more than just small hovels for that. This is also a very small area. I should have made this larger. There is, I guess, capacity to make it a bit larger, but not a lot. They have access to religion and good water, so they would get up to hovel level at least. So let's start feeding the suckers. Okay, wages are going up, means my expenses go up, which is very unfortunate. And also this place is not very desirable to live in, so let's give them something resembling niceties. Indigenous! Ooh, whoa, okay. I completely ignored there being steps here, but they are on the warpath already. Dr. Urafdish is going to have to save us, and I will start needing mounted divisions, even though I don't have the money. Oh, they are wasting no time. Fortunately, Mars should help me out a bit here. If he decides to. These guys are not great at melee. It's going from bad to worse. A distant Roman city is threatened, defenseless, and I'm the only person that can help. And another Oh, okay. But I was given another invasion, right? I swear I saw it. I'm not seeing it right now. Maybe Mars leveled them.
I've heard there are jobs here. Ah, I want to be a lion tamer.
Good for you. Okay, no, that seems to be our lot. Whew, relatively safe. And we've got some good old hovels now. Excellent. Well, let's actually drive up a bit of desirability around here. Hi, oh no. Oh dearie me. Right, an earthquake. I wonder where it's going to be. Oh, Christ. Those were meant for Caesar. Maybe it was intentional that I'm not meant to be able to trade, because that was one of the only places available for a dock. The other one is here, and I suppose there.
There's so many jobless people here, it starts to look like Dublin.
Those aren't jobless people, those are cracks in the land. Well. Well now, that's undesirable for me. I'll just let it do its work. This is all doomed then, nothing's gonna happen there. Hopefully it doesn't get all the way up here and affect these guys. It shouldn't, I couldn't imagine a single conceivable way that it could. But, there we go. Plenty of space for our hovels here. I just wish this whole area was bigger though. I think I made this too small. Could have had it poke out a bit here, or even come down a bit further. Also worth noting that the people on the extreme edge here have no access to the fountain water. So despite my better judgment, I may have to water these suckers. Or simply get rid of them. That's another... Oh, okay. Ooh. Iron that I can't get has gone up in price, and something else. My... Changs, is my marble just worthless now? I only get 70 for each bit that I export. That is super low dosh, which is not good for me. Alright, I think people are going to start getting mad at some... No, nobody's mad because I don't tax people. When I tax people, and I want to, really want to tax these people, there will be anger. Let's get rid of you guys so that I can smack down a bit of a forum and start taxing people at 8%, and maybe pay people a little bit more than they pay in Rome. Happy civvies. There's decent room, like 50 odd people per 2x2 here. So I could get most of my population shoved into here if I just get them properly fed. A couple of marketplaces should do that just fine. And I can start... Yeah, okay, so this is the extent of damage here. It's not insurmountable, but it's certainly not good. This is just a place to hold fruit for the fruit god. So I'm actually just gonna tear down most of this stuff. It has no real use for us right now. And I suppose I could keep the fish. I don't know if Caesar's gonna want some, but we will be ready for him if he does. Mostly trying to cut down on the wages I have to pay here. If there's superfluous stuff, we want rid of it. Oh yeah, a distant Roman city was threatened, right? Where are we looking? Here we go. An enemy army threatening the city, a city of the empire. An average force. I don't think I trust average here. For average, I would normally send 2, but I think I'll send 3, given the untrustworthy nature of our map makers here. But that's my entire army. I don't want to do that. But I also don't want to let this place fall, or else Caesar will be absolutely livid. He's satisfied, but I don't want him livid. Get another mounted brigade going. Okay, there goes all my money then. And we'll send off these 3 for Imperial service. There we go. Hopefully you arrive in time. Then I'll be a hero. Unfortunately, I now have no army. That's a big unfortunate. It looks like my market ladies are not coming down here very much to deal with their needs. It's possible that they just go up there. That's one of the trepidations of the walker system here. Never seem to act the way you want them to. More landslides, so money won't be coming in for a while. It's just all bad. No good and all bad. Is it possible to civilize Wales? I can't help but feel that it's a sufficient challenge here. Not even buying my marble. Jeez. And the gods are a bit unhappy because my population's really getting high. Crime isn't growing yet, but I'm sure it will in due time. I really want to cut back on my population. I should be funneling them down here. How many people could I conceivably get rid of? 355, that's most of Slumtown here. I really want to cut back on the people that I have here. It should be purely for labour access as well. First we kill the 1x1s. This whole area is going to be uprooted in the future anyway, but I like only having 2x2s just in general. Let's just make this simple enough for ourselves. It's even cheaper to remove the 2x2s than the 1x1s. There's just every advantage to having your places merge, even if you have to do it artificially. There we go. Let's not have you top dog anymore. Get rid of those useless has-beens. Unemployment has dropped, but I sure would like to tax my people more. They really don't give a lot of denarii, these guys. These guys are very, very unhappy being next to the reservoir, but they're more unhappy they're not getting food.
I've got nowhere to live. I've been thrown out of my home.
Excellent. Ah, not excellent. He wants some oil to slurp down along with all that wine I gave him. Alright. Well, that means we need more oil workshops. Also a bit of a downside, but I'll just slap them up over here because I don't care about undesirability for these people. There already are undesirables. He gave me a bit of time to deal with that though, right? Yeah, 36 months is plenty. I really don't want to import that timber. It's a cost I can't really afford. Speaking of costs I can't afford, if I get invaded here, it's going to take forever for my army to get over. Might start putting my army over here. There we go. Alright, this can be...
The number of unemployed people in this city is unbelievable.
I know our city has problems. Trust me, I know. Pretty difficult to get the food circulating here, surprisingly. So there we go. Get them upgraded and get them paying taxes. That's what I need. Tax income's pretty paltry. It's June and I've only made over 100 ducats, but the need for war taxes is dire. I wonder if I can punch it up to 14%. Increase wages accordingly. 8 above Rome usually offsets a lot of that. And as long as I keep unemployment low enough, I shouldn't have too many people rising up against me. Da-da, da-da. But it's pretty important to have these guys up at hovel level. That's the one that gives them an extra tax multiplier. Can't overstate that importance. Alright, great. We can have the Emperor slurp down that oil. Maybe he's supposed to fry some stuff up, it's hard to say. We're packed full of wine. I'm surprised he's not demanding more disgusting Welsh wine. Okay, the denarii situation is so grim because none of the trade goods are worth anything right now, and taxing my people is tricky. 21 denarii from you so far this year, so the tax is coming in. People are very pleased, but that pleasedness is going way down. It's time for a lot of the slum guys to go away. Wonder if I can just get rid of all of them, actually. Yeah, that made unemployment take a nosedive, and that is good for me. There we go, makes people happier and therefore willing to pay more taxes. Oh dear. Now he wants loads of pottery. I don't think I'll give him the stuff I need to import. It's just too rough on my budget to import, only to send to Caesar. I have no personal funds to make him happy with, so that's also bad. Might also just... I don't like having this in general. And my defenses are still paltry. It's all bad! Increase the cost of weapons that I cannot import. Not looking forward to these next, these Gothic invasions that I'm being given. How are the gods feeling? They were irritated before, now they're indifferent. I'll take indifference any day of the week. Would love to shove more people in here. I worry if it would even work that way too well. Or I could set up another granary here and do another little swoop. This is land that I'm not really going to use anyway. But it's not a ton of food that I have access to here. Might be for the better, all things considered. And I am considering all things. Here's my thought process here. I've given myself very little room to work with here. This can't expand much. 52 occupants per 2, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish. 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's say 8, let's say 9. Lost count there. Let's just say it's 30 of them. 30 times that is, yeah, I could build a second one over here. Could, would, and will. Unemployment's going to drive people batty, but so be it. Kind of difficult to get what I want here, though. Very difficult. I don't want to rearrange all of this because it would be costly. Actually, let's just keep it as is. I can't afford to build up a second one of these right now. They're just going to have to make do with what they have. But please pay me more taxes if you can. At least the people are pleased with me. That's about as far as it goes if I can't make more dosh. Ooh! Right, I neglected to give these people doctor access. Noob trap. I'm a bit disgraced to myself for that. It's a lot of food and people and investment lost. No working dock, that's cute, but nobody wants to trade with me anyway, so no difference made. Right, my lack of defenses is just pitiful. And that's my maximum amount of legions. These guys are going to get slaughtered by the Goths because I got no legionnaires. Wales has since lost the art of winemaking. Back in Roman times, they were excellent at it. Is that so? Very cute. Excellent. Your relief force defeated the invading barbarians. In gratitude, Caesar sends you materials meant to build a triumphal arch. That's a bit too much civilization for these Welsh. Should get scared off by it. Where did we even fight? Where did we succeed so well at? Aha! We saved Leptis Magna. Oh, good for us. So Caesar is delighted with us, so hopefully he'll forgive me not sending him all this crap that he wants. Right, we got somewhere that we can move at least a little bit forward from then. I wouldn't mind setting up a second small hovelite area over here. Long ways this ways, I guess. Bit of a problem with the natives, but that can be solved. In fact, that's something I'm going to solve right now. I'm going to establish a mission post right here. Now, mission post has very small walking range, but he has a very long effect range. So if I do that, he will stop all of these natives from going ballistic and freely allow me to use this area for farming. So let me think. I'll build a bunch of farms here, and I'll build another hovel area here, significantly larger one, even though it's not going to support so many people. Probably have it subsidized with food from here in the future. And, of course, they must pay taxes, even if they don't like it.
Well, I can see there is a lot of work to be done teaching these barbarians the merits of Rome's benefits. Greetings! My teachings of Rome's benefits seem to be sinking in these rather frightening barbarians. I'm so glad to be Roman. You should see what these barbarian savages get up to in their filthy hovels.
Authentic BR voice acting right there. So, hopefully we see that the native problem, at least here, has been pacified. It's still out in the islands that we don't care about, and I don't have plans to use this currently. So that opens up this area for expansion, but my wallet just does not abide by it. I need at least 3,000 denarii to set up something like this. Well, at least my military investments are done for now, so hopefully the money can just flow in. Bit late, what's the catch of this map? Everything sucks. The trading opportunities are savagely bad. I have pretty poor access to local goods. And we get invaded by Goths, who are incredibly powerful. I'd say they're more powerful than Celts. At least the Celts don't have horse archers or magic. Oh, and I have no access to... uh-oh, invasion coming. What's this? Enemies at the door. So we're being invaded. Probably from here then, if the map is anything to go by. How can Goths get to Wales, asks Metro Mark 1. Don't ask me, ask the map maker. Right. Dosh still need... when did this blow up? How do you guys still get labor access? No, really, how do they get labor access? I really think that the cracks in land work in mysterious ways. Right, well, at least these guys are up, operational, and the tax income isn't too bad. It's almost 1,000 denarii per year, but I don't have lots of years. We're down to about 320 left now. I want to get rid of all these useless tents, but people are still happy with me at least. My army continues to build up. Okay. Alright, Caesar's not happy. I lost a lot of favor, but he cancelled that request. Dun, dun, dun. If I can't make... It's such a catch-22, can't really make money right now. I could advance these guys to small insulae, but that means I would have to start importing pottery. Now, Thamogadi, they sell pottery. Well, they sell clay, which is what I'd buy in. I could advance these guys to small insulae if I was so inclined. It'd be a bit of an investment, but it might even be worth my time. What I'd like to do is have like a central area here that deals in such things. Well, no, that's what we could have here, and I could have a warehouse right plunked here that gets it for them. Small insulae is probably all I'm going to have for my crappy little individuals. The rest are going to enjoy some sweet sweet medium villas. I mean, I'm still pretty confident that this can be done. It's just going to be extremely challenging. Hopefully the labour access isn't too bad. Anybody that goes like is a bit scuppered, aren't they? Well, so be it. You'll go away, and we'll have a warehouse right. Don't like having it there. It's gonna. I'm just gonna tear it down in the future, which makes it pretty bad for future proofing. But I gotta have them somewhere. That could be done up here, but again, I plan on tearing it down in the future. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we'll get rid of you then. I don't need many houses around here. And I'll have you set up. You will accept pottery and clay. And we'll have a few workshops for pottery. 1, 2, 3, 4 should suffice. Don't want to have a fifth one, it would be in an awkward place, wouldn't it? And then now, this is the most painful part, I'm going to import clay, turn it into pottery, and I'll have a getting warehouse for them here. More painful thing is I still have to advance these guys beyond small hovels. That means they need reasonable access to entertainment. Fully functional theatre and amphitheatre should do it. And a bit of education. Basically stuff I don't want to build, but my hand is forced. You're in an awful place there. Why did I build you there? Gonna get rid of these stragglers. And they're going to be our new source of library. Theatre and amphitheatre are going to be up here, but let's first and foremost get access to pottery. The journey from here to there is a bit awkward. He has to go down and up and round and all that, but I don't know, you could go up through there. It's not too bad. Alright, we'll take it for now. I may just get invaded and destroyed before long too, though, so I gotta keep that in mind. Alright, so hopefully our pottery business can start up. We already imported clay at great personal expense. And then these pottery workshops, we'll start filling you up with pottery. I also want to make sure that my actor colony and gladiator house can be fully functional. Leave that as a little in and outy place. They go up there, they get access, good, they'll be functioning. Victorious soldiers march home proudly, we bask in glory. So my people are even happier. Unemployment's gone down, which is good and bad. I'm not very future-proofed for when my population gets old, and they are starting to get old without new births replacing. But that's what immigrants are for, right? Quite daring, quite daring. I didn't even suffer many casualties, which is good, because the Goths are probably... Rome wants 20. Oh! A new emperor. A power struggle in Rome brought about Caesar's downfall. The Senate has met and elected a new emperor. Long live the emperor. Let's hope that he approves his predecessor's governors. Hail Caesar! That's good and bad. Mostly bad, because it's meant to reset imperial favor. But it didn't. Why did it not? Interesting. It may well be worth my time giving Caesar that wheat, but I'll wait for him to get mad about the other things. Hail Caesar indeed. Right, I have something resembling an army. It may not be capable in the face of Goths, but it'll have to do. And we're starting to fill up with pottery, which is good. You go and grab it, you bring it back here. Bit of a round trip for you, I know. Don't hold it against me. But this should be everything I need to get these guys up to small insulae, which is where they really start ramming people into their place. And I'll have both entertainment areas over here, because it's a nice place to snugly shove them. There we go. There we go. I forgot one pretty important thing. Smelly Romans need access to baths. Somebody once said, why do you keep calling them smelly Romans? Romans were the most clean people of blah 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 blah. It's because that's what my mum called them. She would always look at the city and go, oh, these smelly Romans need their bathhouses. we are but cute creatures of hello. Greybeard, No Beard, Kenneth, John the Pain, Two-Toed Pete, Warlock Wrinkled, and Edward the Lout are on their way. Fortunately, my army's just returned. Unfortunately, they're not yet completely napravooted. Still, we must oot our way. This looks like a pretty dangerous invasion, and I do not have Mars to bail me out this time. Not sure to what degree it's worth holding out on the snakes. Goths tear through regular auxiliaries. That sounds like a mighty raiding band. They're pretty awesome, aren't they? Jinx. What do you have to go through in life to end up as Two-Toed Pete? Pretty brutal stuff, I'd imagine. I hate having all these 1x1s. They consume goods at the same rate as 2x2s, but yeah, especially these. Not a lot I can do about that right now. I'll just have to swallow the extra pottery cost. That's a lot. That is a lot of them. Alright, screw it. 10 I'll have to do. I'll hold out for an 11th. It's do or die against Goths. They are savage. Okay, you can stop invading in horrifying numbers now. Protect the Javelineers, they're the ones that keep us alive. Alright, they're on the back foot. Chase them down, Aftish. Alright, those losses were not too bad, but not too great either. I need some more walls and such around there to keep me safer. Alright, hopefully this is enough to keep them all relatively happy. These guys probably don't like their living conditions, so I can just plaza them up ever so slightly and they should be happier. There we go. These are what I want, the small insulates. They have lots of people that they can hold. 40, 50, 60, 76 people. And they pay a lot better taxes. They're also not undesirable as neighbours go. And this is really haphazard the way I've done this, but it'll have to do. Hopefully they don't burn through all that pottery too fast. We don't have loads of it. Okay, this'll do. Denarii isn't looking too terrible, probably because the taxes are starting to flow in, even at 14%. People continue to love me. Tempted to jack it up to 18%, just so I have a bit more dosh flowing in. That's going to make these guys particularly unhappy. This is a tinderbox of unrest. Crime is endemic. Anything might happen. Too bad. You know, well, just in case, I'll set up a prefecture. Because when they spawn protesters, that hurts my peace rating. And I do need a lot of peace. Reasonably peaceful. Sentiment will improve with time. I need to... If they're invading from here, I need to set up a defensive wall that I can hoard them into. Fortunately, they can't get through this, so I can have something of a wall here, which will... touch wood, protect our settlement. Also, fortunately, I could build farms here and have it taken over to people here. I'll have to do that. The main problem continues to be money. You might say, hey, it's not that bad. It's about 3,000 right now. You said that's enough to set up a new area. Aye, you're completely right. I'm still not comfortable with it, though. I'm not comfortable until it hits 5 figures. So the big boss is unhappy too. Harumph. Okay, well, just gotta pull a finger out and keep on going. This will help with prosperity considerably, but I'm still gonna need patricians down the line. These guys no longer are serving any purpose, so I'm just gonna kill them.
There's so many jobless people here, it starts to look like Dublin.
What do you have against jobless people there, Nitro? There's something you're not saying? Right. Oh, how did I miss you? We have a native trader right here who would surely love to come and buy our goods. James, I can't believe I missed you for so long. But how do I get to you? You're pretty far away from anything I can build here. But that can be sorted. We'll slam a mission post right in here, and if he does nothing but walk all the way up to there, then everything will be fine. Then these guys, he'll pop out of here, and then he'll come through this, and he'll come and trade with me. Jings, I can't believe I missed that for so long.
Fail! I can see there is a lot of work to be done teaching these barbarians the merits of Rome's benefits.
There we go. All goes away, and he's going to start trading with me. Whew! I should alleviate the Denari problem, but I can't believe I didn't see him for so long. There he goes. And he's off to our... what's he going to trade? It's a long way for him to go. I could optimize this, but he is buying up our oil, so this will help Denari's situation massively. I'd love to shift my industry over here, but as we've seen, we get invaded from here. The best thing, I suppose, would be to move the industry here? Question mark? That's probably not a bad idea, all things considered. Uh-oh, I don't like this. Why are they pouring out here?
Fail! I can see there is a lot of work to be done teaching these barbarians the merits of Rome's benefits.
I don't like this. Why are they pouring out of this place? I had a problem with this before. They just came and destroyed a lot of my stuff. Okay, they're just going back. They're going over there. Nothing but a peace mission. That's good. It's very good. Right, I'm relatively safe with that, so I'm going to pull down some of these things that are getting in our way, and strongly consider setting up an oil trading area here. I mean, I could, but I also could not. Ah, it's fine for now, although I do want that more money. He has a long way to go. I could significantly cut that down just by getting rid of this oil workshop. Not the easiest thing to always consider, but there we go. Just jack up the oil. Really, I should have 6 of them working like this. Just slam you down there, it's no big deal. Is oil our most lucrative good right now? That's a question. 110, most certainly. Wine is no, wine is up there at 120. That's good as well. Still, he comes, he trades. That's good for me. Very good. These guys seem all right. We even have a backlog of pottery, and as far as I can tell, everyone has become small insulae, which is good. Especially good if you look over at tax income.
Bring out your cash.
I agree. Bring out your cash. 60 denarii from each 2x2 per year. Great. Okay, with these two main things, opening up native trade and having taxable people, the money situation has improved dramatically. Long may it continue to be that way. Okay, rats have been discovered, and Rome has reduced the price of... Can you hear me when I'm talking, game? And just go, ah, things are going too smoothly, you say. Let me change exactly what's going well for you. The gods are all irritated. A problem, sure, but a problem that can be solved. I think it's high time we set ourselves up another another little city area. Is that my best way forward? I have the money and I'm going to need this population eventually. I also need to start thinking about patricians, but patricians require quite a bit of unemployment. But I need to start getting ahead on that prosperity. Also, I should soak up my unemployment by setting up defensive structure here. Just making sure there's no way that they can snake their way in through this and cause me troubles. No, defensive structure there. And probably, ooh, defense here will be difficult since they have a clean way through here. That's a lot of land to defend. A long strip of towers would be needed here to be effective. Not impossible, especially since I'm going to have a relatively high population. But I still think a large settlement here of plebs, again, this level plebs, would be for the better. Unfortunately, I have to import all my pottery. That I don't like at all. I don't have a lot of 2x2s here. And a bit more. Okay. I think if I go the opposite way, I build the settlement here. I narrow it down to 2x2s, millions of them, and then we feed them from a couple of entry points. And this just becomes the largest part of the map for people. Especially since we pacified the locals here. That is good. Alright, I think this can be done. Parendart says, Caesar 3 streams make me happy. Oh, that's heartwarming. I always believe in happiness and enjoyment. It's the two most important things in life. There's a word for that. I think it's hedonism. So food comes in from here and here. Additional can be done here, but I'd rather use this for patricians that we have up here. It's not the best place for patricians. I'm not saying that this is much. Well, no, this is larger, and they don't need a lot of food. Yeah, this is probably going to be patrician area, but it needs to be so heavily defended, it's crazy. I may move around my people when I have more money. Recht. What am I going to do then? I need a lot of people here. Let's just hop right into that train of thought. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. This is expensive. This is incredibly expensive. However, it pretty much must be done. I need to find anywhere and everywhere that will merge into a 2x2 right here. Ah, Red, welcome. I'll set up a doctor and an engineer's post. And then we will see what merges and what does not. The gods are going to be absolutely livid with me on this. So, I guess a couple of small temples each. 1, 2. These will be torn down in the future, which they also won't be happy with, but that's okay. Mortgage your problems, as I always say. We definitely have to keep Mars happy. Oh boy. Alright, Caesar's very unhappy because I told him where to go when it comes to his requests. There we go. A bit of extremely temporary patronizing of the gods there. Oh! Ooh. Yeah, well, now. It's not even a particularly fast and easy way for our... Right, they're gonna waste no time, only worms. Pack them in tight, slaughter them all. I feel like you're not all pulling your weight here. Hanging high. Now I'm gonna miss that 350 denarii, but it's a sign of the times because I'm having all these slum dogs enter my city. I'm going to have to lower taxes. I'll even get rid of taxes temporarily. See if we can get away with just a wee touch of taxes. Because all these guys are very unhappy. Even though I don't actively tax them,
This place. Do you know anywhere to live?
they're very unhappy that I have taxes. Because they don't get food and they see others that do. Alright, this is good. Excellent choke point here. I'm built a little too close to it for comfort, but we're not in this for comfort. Unfortunately, the invasions prevent immigration, so let's get them back in. Hopefully they're not too unhappy with the situation. They're relatively pleased. And these guys continue to pay up the dosh. Bring out your cash. I'm still reliant on exports though, and I will continue to be so for a long time, I believe. So what I want to do is find all the 2x2s here. Oh, they're really scattered out, which is bad, but it is as it is. And 2x2s are of critical importance here. Not really what I'm looking for. I don't want huge population right now. It makes things a bit harder for me to run effectively. But we must be an effective team. And I'll find some stragglers. I will move the doctor over there. So I don't want a massive fumigation. Then I'll lose exactly what I'm doing here. But what I do want is to see if any of these will merge. People will soon perish because they're stuck there, don't I know it? Yeah, because of that. But I can free them by getting rid of you and you, because I know that you won't merge anyway. Planning. It's important, don't you know? Right, there we go. I got a 2x2, even though it's in a particularly awful place. And I'm gonna murder everything that isn't a 2x2. See if any of these want to merge as well. Oh, nice. That's in the worst place you could have done it, but you did it anyway. How about you guys? Any of you feeling spicy enough to 2x2? You did, and then the others did not. So away you go, and you, and now the 1x1s just go away. This is an aspect of the game that I truly wish was not part of it, but it is, so I do what I can to work with it. Be pragmatic. Again, do any of you want to merge, and then that should be the end of it, and then I will have everything that I need to work with. And yeah, Caesar's getting absolutely livid with me not sending him his stuff. He wants that wheat. 20 wheat is a lot to import for me, so it's a question of how much do I want Caesar to be happy. That is a good question. How much would 20 wheat import cost? Not a lot, not the end of the world. It's like 600 denarii or so, plus expenses. So what I will do is I'll have a cheeky little warehouse here that only accepts wheat, and then I will import all that wheat that he wants. I don't have a lot of time to do so, but we'll get to it anyway. Landslides could ruin that, but hopefully they do not. Alright, so you don't merge, this one does, in a terrible place, but it does anyway. Okay, wood has just gone up in price. Thankfully I have no intention of giving my people furniture for a fairly long time. I think only the patricians will get furniture. They will also be the only ones to actually drink the wine that we mass produce. You know, the natives get to enjoy wine, but our own population, heavens no. Alright, this is quite nice. Lots of 2x2s. Unfortunately, they will not all survive, but we'll try to make as many of them hang around as possible. For example, it doesn't really free up much in the way of services or service points here. Still though, what can we do? I need a lot of food brought in for them for starters. They need watered too. I need an entry point for the food, basically. Will there be a weekly one-shot later? Not later today. Well, it's not impossible it could happen this evening, but it's more than likely it happens tomorrow. Right. I need to bring the food in first and foremost. It's the biggest logistical challenge that this game has. Transportation of food. Again, fruity diet. Mostly because fruit is a more attractive neighbour than pigs, even though they're fish farms. I could have 2 granary points, one here and one here. I don't know how well that would affect the main loop. It should survive, right? Is that even what I want, actually? I could just have a main granary point right here that they all feed into. Even if it's a bit far, especially far for these guys, but they should probably feed something over here. Planning. And then they go into a granary near you. Like here, for example. Here seems better, more central. Not at all how I like to do my my granary is going into a city's loop. I prefer to do the figure of 8 motion, but this is what we have. At least with this they got good access to labour. I should put down the farms and then figure out the road network. First off, the ones that get closest to the water. Yeah, I could push you down further. Does that help us out? It does considerably. Kinda need to maximize my farming points here since there's not a ton of fertile land. There's a good amount of it, sure, but not a ton of it. Not by any stretch of the imagination. This could be tough on labour. This could be very tough on labour. But if I don't loop, or if I do too much looping, then it's going to hurt too. No, I should just have faith. Looking at it from another point of view, I think I built the houses too far away from the farms here. But so be it. Not everybody, I think, will get labour access here. Also, these guys are a bit of a problem. I could just have them go down like that. That wouldn't be a big problem. Of course, everybody needs engineer posting, but hopefully you should go up and around through all of this. Engineers have very long range. And I already said you'd only accept fruit, right? Of course I did. And I think they all have road access. Yeah. We'll see if this works. It may not, but I should get a clear idea pretty soon if it works or not. Hey Jake, how's Paradox? Will Paradox hire someone who lives in America? Complex question right there. We prefer everybody to come and work for us in the office. Of course, we have offices in various places now, and a lot of different dev companies. Still, yeah. I mean, one of the guys on my team is an American who lives and works from America, so I wouldn't say the door is shut there. Of course, if you live and work in America, maybe consider moving to a better country. Not want to toot the horn of Sweden, but from what I've seen, trumps America. As in, it trumps America. Didn't do a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Not bad. This should feed quite a lot of people. Now they're understandably not very happy with the whole watering situation. But that is a situation we have the power to improve. That reaches just barely the right places. But I do need another one over here. Could aqueduct over to there, or do something a bit more complex. Neither of which really speak to me that well. I'll probably need water access up here in the future anyway. More landslides. Nothing natural about these natural causes. There we go, and that should be enough to feed and drink these people for a while. No employees available for these guys, unfortunately. That could be... great. I can make Caesar at least a little happy. He's at 81 right now. I'm going to dispatch those and cease the importing of wheat. Hopefully he doesn't want or need any more in the future. And now to turn these into upstanding model citizens. My amount of pottery isn't amazing, which is irritating, but what can you do? I could tear down these. I definitely could. Might even be for the better. Alright, for one, prefecture. Still keeping you because I like you. And engineer post, plot. And Mercury, Mars, Venus. Mercury, Mars, Venus. Putting them here because the reservoir is not a popular thing to be next to. Breeding ground for disease, I'm sure. Jake, you make this game look easy. No, I make Frostpunk look easy. This I am struggling with immensely right now. I mean, I'm building a city, sure, with very little resources, but it's still Slum Town. Not a big fan of Slum Town. Also, I'm about to be invaded. I haven't saved in a long time. I am going to save. Not because I save scum, heavens no, but because it just makes me feel a bit better. I mean, what if the game were to crash or soft lock or something like that? Do we have problems here? Yeah, problems is a vague thing, but it's just that they're full of stuff. Recht! I'm gonna get bothered by this forever. No active dock, I know. That should water most people there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Very nice. With few exceptions, this waters everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are out and you are out, so I probably need to position these in other places, like there and there, which should be better than that. Distant Roman city is threatened. It is defenseless. You are the only city that can. I wish I hadn't sent Caesar's bloody wheat now. A small force will attack in 24 months. Again, Leptis Magna. I'll get rid of a couple of these guys, so maybe the snakes and the rabbits can go and take care of them. The rabbits and snakes, off you trot. The other one was medium and 3 took care of it. Or 2.5, so surely 2 will take care of this one. Unless it's another map maker's trap. We do like the trap makers around here. Let's just smack a load of gardens around here so people can enjoy nicer living situation. I'm going to make sure that the damage is risk-free.
The number of unemployed people in this city is unbelievable.
Well, better start believing it. You see it every day. Smug git. Right, marketplace is best to have closest to the granary. 1, 2, 3. This is what I mean. Some of these 2x2s have to go, and it's going to be these guys. Market, market, market. There's a lot of people to feed, so... What timing! The moment I send a third of my army away, the indigenous people who are fed up with my tyranny... Oh. Now we know this is a good choke point, but we knew that when I had a larger army. No Mars to save me this time either. It is just one invasion and one invasion point, right? So it seems. Who would ever try to trick you, says Pepper. Wait, whoa, what? Are they getting backup from the natives? Oh, okay, no, I am being invaded on 2 fronts. Protect them. Oh, that's a bummer. There goes my peace rating. I did not notice that. I did not notice that at all. And there goes a couple of my marble pits. It's not insurmountable, but it's going to take a while. The approaching Imperial legions are frightening your citizens. Imperial. Clever, that 2-pronged attack. Very clever. But it's taught me something. It's taught me that I should really put up defensive structures on both of them to at least delay the encroaching army. Took a bit of a pounding there, but nothing insurmountable. I mean, I have no need to go up here. There's no point wasting money on a gatehouse, but I will have this done. They'll just chew through that in no time, I'm sure, but there we go. At least that's something. Increased price of pottery. That's not very good for me. It's not very good for me at all. Right, I need a warehouse around here that you guys can go and get all your goods from. I like to put them on corners because they tend to be large, but I also want them near you. This is the most tempting place to put it. I'd have to tear down I'd have to tear down quite a bit, but tear down I shall. Again, gotta be pragmatic here. Pragmatic sanction, if you will. Get pottery, that's all I really ask of you. Shouldn't be too hard, it's just all the way up and over there. It really shouldn't be that hard. Right, we're getting these guys up to small little hovels, which means it's time to start thinking about how we tax them, which should be brutally and without remorse. Not a lot of space for my buildings, so when I consider who to carve away, what I mostly look for are single 2x2s with space on either side, because I could get rid of the 2x2 and replace it with 2 2x2 other buildings, in this case. Forum, and is there anything else these guys are going to need? It's got water access, so I'd be as well sticking the bathhouse over there. They're going to need it sooner or later. But that's not all they're going to need. Oh, another invasion! No. For some reason it didn't. Well, let's not get... Well, doesn't appear to have happened. Don't know what this game could have up its sleeve, though. I think if you schedule invasions too close to each other, the game just bugs out on them, but I can't be 100% on that. A bathhouse isn't necessary right now. I'd rather they all got their pottery first. They will, however, need access to education. I don't like that. I don't like this guy here. I'm going to get rid of both of these so that they can have a... no, not a coliseum. They can have an amphitheater and a theater here. Get away, guys, get away. Amphitheater and theater. And that means there are things here like Actor Colony and Gladiator School are also erected. I put the Actor Colony next to these buildings because it's an attractive neighbour. I didn't know that for a very long time, but I know it now. This poor guy's still living in a... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, that'll water you. Not sure if that's even worth it, but I'm doing it anyway. It's very dangerous, actually. You're 2 away from a corner point, which means anybody that takes a diagonal here will not give you their effect. So it's not a given that that'll work out for you. But why worry about it? We're in a... another invasion that doesn't happen? Weird. Hope I don't turn my head and see... Oh, half my city is gone. Well, that shouldn't happen. Okay. Where'd my money go? I strongly remember having money. I mean, the only thing I'm importing is clay. It's not super expensive. I think it's well worth my time to set up a little marble export place right next to you. Doesn't need to be that involved. Just 3 marble quarries with a warehouse as close to you as possible. I swear the rocks were even put in a place to make it difficult for me to put it next to you. But you exit through... Oh, you could exit through this way. Plop. So you go down, down, and out to something here. Makes a lot of sense to me. Marble quarry. Marble quarry. Let's actually have them work in a logical way here. A 3rd one for good luck. They will need a little bit of engineering and the tiniest amount of... I need to keep this open, so where are they going to get labour from? I think I actually positioned this wrong if I move the marble quarry over to the other side of this. Hold on, where's that money of mine going? I strongly remember having money. There we go. Ah, there we go. Buy my bombs. What is the benefit of chasing 2x2s? Is consumption decreased per pop or something? This is only relevant when it comes to pottery, oil, and furniture. Actually, only pottery and furniture. However, a 2x2, like this 2x2 small casa here, will only consume, let's say it consumes 1 pottery per whatever. 1 pottery a month. It doesn't, but let's say it does. A single building here also consumes 1 pottery per month, even though it houses only a quarter of the occupants. So you almost always want your buildings to be 2x2, because it will reduce your consumption of trade goods by a quarter. I have a lot of 1x1s here, and I'm tolerating them for now, but I may purge them later on, depends how well this larger area goes. I swear religion isn't reaching up north. No, it is. It is. They just don't like the locale. I plaza them up, but something seems to have happened to my money. I don't even know what. Where's it all going? I feel that the problem lies in not enough taxes. Unemployment is very high right now. I should either soak it up or kill a lot of people. Killing people's not an option, so we'll just tax them until, I don't know, they leave or something. But as long as people are at least small hovels, which they are not, they'll pay me a good bit of dosh. Hovels are good. Don't underestimate the power of these hovels. There we go. That helps. That helps considerably. I'll even give you a touch of garden to try and spruce you up. The hovels give a tax multiplier that is absent from tents and shacks. Ooh, there we go. I'm wrong about there being more people living there. I'm not a big Caesar 3 aficionado. I've merely absorbed some knowledge while listening to Jake for a few years. It's some dangerous knowledge to absorb, but whatever keeps you going. Population's looking relatively okay. I reckon with one more good pleb. Oh boy. Enemies of Rome are at the outskirts of your city. Didn't I just send half my army away? Ah, they're attacking from over there. At least it's relatively far from my stuff, but... I really do not have what it takes to repel a significant invasion of Goths. Nor do I have the money to invest in a lot of walls and towers. That's a lot of Goths. Give it your all, guys. With a bit of luck, they send in their horse archers first. We can eradicate them with our cavalry before the magicians arrive. Just hang back a bit and see what their movements are. Oh, please stop invading. I had 50% more units last time you invaded with this size of a force, and you still made dangerous incursions. Can't ignore the city building aspect here. People do have access to pottery, and there's some left in the warehouse, so I can quite happily advance them. Let's get these smelly Romans their baths, although I don't quite know where to put it right now. This is dead weight right here. I'm going to remove you. And as long as water, well, water must be there, the fountain is operational. Slap down a bathhouse. Clunk. Right, okay, they are... Oh, they're all coming at once. That's bad news for me. Right, don't let them do that to you. When they send in their... They have this magical projectiles that their horses do. Oh god, they're mobbing us with their infantry. Horses are useless, absolutely useless for fighting. And he's diamonding already. Couldn't the natives help me? Come on, Dennis Elder, Wayne of Cold, Dragon Tamer, and Douglas the Cruncher. I got some Goths to crunch. They're flanking my Javelineers. So that, yeah, the health is very poor. These guys are going to die in a heartbeat. What the hell was that attack? Right, take a step back. We still have quite a few Javelineers ready to fight. Okay, we survived. Barely. Only 3 fish survived. 8 wolves. Primal Legion's all but destroyed. The Stallions held. Without the Stallions, that would have been game, set, and match for me, so I need that wall. Terrifying stuff. Truly terrifying. Get a bit more marble here. I wonder if this guy's even trading with me. Don't know if he is or is not. Where does he pop out to? No, he's more interested in the oil for some reason. I would have thought he'd go for the for all the marble that we have here. Maybe it's because oil is worth considerably more. No, he just loves the oil. I don't get it, but well, he'll do what he wants to do. Distant battle, so more enemies on their way. Ah, 2 lots of them. I need that denarii so that I can build a defensive wall. I just don't know where it's more important to have. Lack of entertainment. Ooh, that's because this gladiator place isn't working properly anymore, given that I gave it this other, this little nudge there. That can be dealt with though. I just gotta move you like so. These guys are growing, not as much as I want, but they are growing. It's mostly due to lack of desirability. Enough plaza will help us through that. But I don't have the money for that. I don't have money for many things right now. And people are getting annoyed with me because my taxes are too high and my unemployment is also very high. Seems we weren't on the same page with the levels experimentation. I've just woken up and prepared a full package now. Oh, excellent. Cheers, Nix. Also, I'm about to be invaded again. My army is in shambles. I could very quickly erect a wall here, but I don't have the money for it. I also don't know which direction they're going to attack from. I mean, it looks like they're going to attack from the west. But this is the west, and I don't think we've had a single attack from here. Correct me if I'm incorrect, but I don't recall one happening. At the very... Oh Christ, they still need manned by the barracks, so it's not like it would immediately save my bacon. But yeah, my army is dead. Conscript the unemployed. Would be nice, wouldn't it? I can't handle this enemy army with most of my units outside, nor can I immediately erect a good old-fashioned wall to save the day. Well, if they were to attack here, I could have their number. If they were to attack here, I'd be in a considerably worse situation. I think it's gonna have to be the ultimate lion defense now. It's the only cost-effective measure I can do to protect this side. If they come from this side, I'm a bit more scuppered. I don't have anything I can really throw at them there. However, what I could do is thus. We shall end it thus. I want to be a lion tamer, he said. Well, you might just get your opportunity now. This doesn't have to be the core fighting force, but at the very least it can subsidize us. I wouldn't like to get rid of them and not just try and think if there's a good way to cut all this off without them falling apart and yeah, I'm sure there will be, but for now, let's just have it like that, and then have our gatehouse here for now. They seem to like to attack on this side. At the very least, that should add a little bit of additional defense here. And trust me, I don't like doing this, but I gotta do what keeps me alive. Oh snap, it means I need a Colosseum. Those are expensive. Should have gone for gladiators, but I got cocky. Well, when do I not get cocky? Dun. I wonder if they'll go there even if the Colosseum has no workers. Well, whatever. Colosseum's there anyway. Goodbye money. I knew you well. You can also have an engineer post. And I guess some prefectures to help out with any invaders that get that far. And goodbye money.
There's a lot of unemployment here.
Well, get to work, Marvin. People are disgruntled. High taxes are undeniably a problem, even though I don't have the money. I will lower taxes, keep wages relatively high, and hopefully people stop being so annoyed with me. This isn't enough, but it should help slightly in terms of reinforcements for my attacking force. This side I'm more concerned about. Walls and towers would be better here. Just a wall with towers right here, but again, no money. And I had to drop taxes, so money's not going to get much better anytime soon. Entertainment seems to be a bit of a problem. Why are you guys having such problems with entertainment? You have theatre access, you have amphitheatre access. There we go. Hooray indeed. Yeah, this should significantly help bolster our fighting force as long as I can engage the enemy right. Yeah, hello Caesar.
My governors think money grows on trees.
Well, it would if I could trade with Syracusae, but they refuse to trade with me. And where's all my money going? It's just flowing away. Should have never reduced taxes, but my people were unhappy. Okay, so he is starting to buy my marble. Why are the gods so unhappy? Oh, they're all unhappy. Well then, time for more of these that I can barely afford. I would normally rely on the power of the oracle, but there are no oracles available to us here. I'll give 2 to each of them. Especially Mars, if I can make Mars happy. Ooh, well there's an idea. I will give Mars 3 temples. That means he will be exalted amongst all gods and hopefully give me a blessing. That's a big hope though. Reminded once again, I cannot trade due to no dock, and Caesar, he's not demanding anything, but imperial favor is going down. It should shoot right up, assuming that I am able to destroy this invading force. It's not a lot of time until the big attack, does it even say? It does not, but we can see them on the map, we know it's close. And okay, they do go here, even though there's no employment, but I need the... Excellent. Barbarians are no match for us. Our forces are scared, but at least they're not destroyed. In fact, they took almost no damage. So once they get back, they can just get comfortable in their fort. Whilst we can focus number-wise on reinforcing. Excellent. Population's getting there. We've chewed through almost half of the time though, which is, you know, a little bit concerning. But do what we can. Colosseum's up and on the go. Pottery situation is great. Again, the money situation sucks. Caesar can just sod off with his demands. Ceres incredibly unhappy and decided to curse me. Mars is now pleased, but he still wants to curse me. Hopefully he doesn't incite any natives. He should be getting happier and happier, but he's not. Not really many problems, this is good. That attack is teasing me by not coming right now. My troops are halfway home, but yeah, I think I'll be invaded before they make it home. Prosperity can't be that bad since I have all these medium or small insulae. 28's okay. That piece has taken a while to bring back, but we will bring it back. And these guys probably unhappy at the lack of gardens. Oh, don't I know it. Right, wages went up back in Rome, so I'm going to face even larger costs. Ouch. Estimated annual bill is huge. Estimated tax rate not enough, so I am incredibly reliant on exports here. Far more so than I like to be, which is not at all. Hope I am actually taxing all these guys. You go out and make your rounds, right? Yeah, he makes full rounds. And he doesn't get distracted. Good. Good. Not so good. Where are we being attacked from? Okay, right where I did not want to be attacked from. I don't have what I need to repel you. So, we'll go on the full-on attack here. No mercy, just take him down immediately. This could hurt a lot. Probably will. They killed some of my horses before they even got there. That's insane. And I'm on the back foot. That's not good. And they're pouring in. Continues to not be good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're breaking through and they're still pouring in. Eric the Nervous is going to come in and ravage my city. Where are my my guys from elsewhere? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ooh, this is bad for my city. Damn Gothic invasions. Guys, you need to get home pretty lickety-spit. My city. Okay, well, not all is lost. My soldiers have returned. Take him down, lads. Whoa, my peace rating's not looking good. Right, ravage them. Yeah, you better run. Haven't I due another invasion? Yeah, I am. That's a problem. Right, I remember having a city. Those were good times. It got fairly mauled by the Goths, but we're alive. Somewhat. Right. Oh, man, all those 2x2s I had sorted out are vamoose. I don't really have the money to rebuild this, but I'm gonna have to try. One of the big problems is you can't place a granary over these guys who are busy there, so I'm gonna change where the granary is. Temporarily. lack of population is going to be a problem, especially if my mission posts no longer function. They're not going to keep the natives pacified. So yeah, I need a lot of population in here, and I need them fast. So let's start by rebuilding the population centers. Whew, savage. I also need to get my trade re-established, so this money won't go far at all. Fortunately, they were kind enough to leave some of my warehouses. Not all of them. My wine business was once thriving. Where did I put all my wine? I think it was here. You're just laughing at the supposedly great triumph. I see you. Right, I also need to make sure things don't fall down right now. So damage risk, very high around here because they must have nailed my... where was it even? This is where the engineer post was. I need it back on the double. Okay, helps if I press the right buttons here. Many structural cracks and faults, don't I know it? You should take care of this, you take care of that. You're still on call for here, however. That was a fountain. Where was the engineer post? There. Engineers are what I'm going to need to restore this city. Okay. Oh, hang on. You barely have access to... There we go. 20 people. 20 people is what you need right now. Ah! Mars sends a watchful eye over my city. How nice of him. Oh, jeez, this is pretty rough. Well, one at a time, I suppose. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. These buildings are gonna fall over, man, if we don't get any engineering going. It's gotta be top priority. I think we're going to have to turn off industry temporarily, just so that we have the workers to do everything else. I don't even have an olive industry to turn off anymore.
These buildings were just about ready to collapse. It's a good thing I was around.
No! No, you need to go down here, you fool! There we go. We saved some of them at least. Right. Let's save our city. How's that peace rating? The province feels reasonably peaceful, a sentiment which will improve with time. Ugh, okay. What a difference it would be if I could actually export this food. Pepper, do you have an explanation for why there's no, there were no ships coming in from Syracuse? Because I could have really done with that money. Really done with that money. Don't want to drive the point home too much, but I could have really, really done with that money. I just heard the doop-de-doo of more invaders. Also, they destroyed my military academy, didn't they? Where even was it? I'm sure I had one. Ah, there it was. Well, as long as they have one person that's military academy trained, it's okay. No idea about that. Something with sea trade problems, Jake? Does your port not have problems? We had a port for ages and no boats came at all. Also, when I check with this, right, they should buy and sell fruit and meat, right? There's not even the option here to sell them. So I think that they actually weren't assigned that that trade, or it was removed in cement and not restored. Just a hunch. But I'm just saying that's like 1,000 ducats every year for 20 years that I've not been enjoying, and would really, really like to erect a wall with that money. Alright, still, excuses can only get me so far. I still have a city to rebuild, and only 20 years to succeed with it. The situation may look grim, but it's not insurmountable. No employment problems, so it must be good here, right?
The larders are empty. The people are starving. What am I supposed to sell?
What are you supposed to sell indeed? Well, we can re-establish the granary here. Get rid of this crummy one. Oh right, there was a granary here as well that we should probably refill. Of course, all the farms are out of commission. Ha! They spared Mars's temples. Just funny to me. Damn. At least people are continuing to pour in, so soon I'll have the food industry up and on the go again at least. Not happy having marble mothballed right now, let's get it back on. Syracuse, I should be selling 30 wheat and buying 16 marble. You sure you're not talking about Caesarea, which sells 25 wheat and buys 15 marble? Also, Syracuse, I just doesn't send a boat. We'll try a second time soon once I have a city. I remember having a city; it was good. Perfect in every conceivable way. Got 3 patches I'll look from the doctor. 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, the gardens help with mapping where these were. I don't get too far, so there you go. Just temporary, of course. Library and forum. Oh man, I need to be taxing my people again. That much is given. How's that peace rating? Oh, it's continuing to plummet for unknown reasons. Economy's holding together, barely, but it is holding together. And once I have the unemployment, which I almost do. Well, no, I need 240 unemployed people to get all this fruit farm reactivated. Which basically means I need to restore all these houses. Insulate, hovel. There was an amphitheater here, so I'm not going to rebuild on it. Theater next to it, but other than that, more houses. Safe as houses. And more insulae. Thank goodness the game shows you what you had. Small insulae there. So another 2x2 to be had. Wait, was it really there? I'm not convinced. What were you? Ah, a fountain. Then yes, I am. I continue to be convinced. And these guys will expand out when I replace those. Okay. Being reminded that I need a dock to trade with the Syracusae people who don't want to trade with me for unknown reasons. And these guys should merge. Yeah. Marketplace was burned down as well, and I'm well aware these guys here were more mergers. Where's my bailout, Caesar? Like a proper bailout, not 350 denarii. Casa, casa, casa. Hobble baths. So all of you are 2x2s, good. See, it's starting to look like a city again. There are people out there that I'm sure just can't get enough of that burning building sound. Insulate, insulate, insulate. Good. What was that to-do sound? Enemies closing. Well, I have almost got an army. Almost. But my industry is almost gone. I got nothing left to trade, so I'm gonna have to start them back up. I have unemployment right now, not a lot of it, but some. Let's restart these industries. Olive farm 1, 2, 3 need to be restored. It's even expensive clearing up all this mess. 1, 2, 3. And I have some oil workshops still functioning, so I will want a couple more though. Oil and oil. And a touch more marble, since that seems to be going away as well. What was all this stuff? Oil workshops and pottery workshops. Well, we're just going to have to rely on bringing people back up to small hovel point, not small insulae point. But for that, I need to restart the fruit industry, and that requires a lot of labor. A hell of a lot of labor. Okay, the price of marble has been reduced further, so I make even less money on it. Ah, ooh, okay. Two-pronged attack. Ah, right in the weak point. Right in the weak points. You're gonna have to make your best stab at that. doesn't look great. If they don't bring in their cavalry archer things, this should be okay. Slightly more concerned about these guys, though. Okay, this is manageable. No! Hans the Younger, Dennis the Elder, Chief Firebringer, Dragon Tamer, and a whole load more off screen. At least these guys are chewing through that wall. The Goths have teamed up with the locals here. Oh, for the love of God, Bluebeard, Longbeard, Goatbeard, and Spider are all on their way in. Trying to flank me further. I don't have the anything for this. By the way, was anybody meant to be selling me weapons? Because nobody does. Oh yes, the Spirit of Mars. They're saving us from the Goths at least. This doesn't look good though. I'm relatively confident you guys have this. Please back up the more native attack. Expertly done. Huh, very expertly done. Right, how about this? Oh, they seem to have trouble chewing through those defensive measures of mine. We should take brutal advantage of this. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. I don't think someone was meant to sell you weapons. Can you make them yourself? No, I cannot. No access to weapons or iron, despite the fact that Caesar requests both those items. Well, he's requested iron at least. I can only assume he's going to demand weapons at some point. Okay. We repelled the Gothic native duo pincer attack. Denari's situation still looks grimmer than playing Monopoly alone. Rebuild our vines farm at least. There's a couple more vine farms, but I think we'll make do with what we have right now. A few temples were burned down. Okay, these were all temples. I'm not too fussed about having those back. A warehouse is no big deal. Let's just try and make our city look a bit less like it's just been brought to the ground. Oil and pottery and just everything I need for getting... there's a thought. Did I disable pottery? No, but I should, because we're not using it right now. Save some workers. Pottery workshop. Okay, so that's the center almost restored. A couple of farms can still go there, good to know. And this is where the military academy was. I'll at least have a little broken bit there to remind me of what stood. This still looks like fossilized arse. 200 unemployed workforce. Get making food, please. Wouldn't you want to keep your city looking like that to have an authentic Welsh feeling, says Red. Come now, bet you've never even been to Wales. Not a bad place. Warehouse, market, we'll, I suppose, get our reservoir back up and running. Okay, all of our houses are at least back up and operational. Can't say the same for the food industry here. tractor colony, the rest were fruit farms. Not really an incredible priority to restore you. Anything here particularly in need of restoring? I like having multiple markets. There's that. And these guys used to have water, which I also need to restore for them. Otherwise they have no hope of growing large. Oh, this was rough. Rough as anything. But we are somewhat alive. I just heard the sound of invasion. At least Mars is pretty exalted. But I already used up his blessing. Let's get a little bit more vines coming in, just for now.
This place is as fun as watching Nitro play a puzzle game. This place is as fun.
Oh, I don't mind pushing the cart. It sure beats any other entertainment around these parts.
This city is so dull. Even a priest likes a good gladiator fight from time to time.
How can they expect people to slave away all day fixing buildings when there's absolutely nothing to do?
Leo and I fight all day, all night, and still people are bored. There simply aren't enough entertainers here.
The indignance there in Marvin's voice. I mean, to be fair, a lot of our entertainment buildings were torn to shreds. I guess I could at least restore the theatre, bring a laugh to people's faces again. A warehouse here that got pottery, but I need to completely jumpstart the pottery trade. I'll be surprised if I bring it all back from here. I have a feeling that these invasions are going to get worse rather than better for me, though. I don't think I need my military academy back. Everyone's academy trained. I think they only need one bit of it. Well, that's a relief for me, at least. Denari is shaky, but holding in there. Unemployment ain't too shabby, which really makes me want to drive up the taxes I charge people. Although they don't like living in tents, I can at least water them. So they become less discontent. Keep them fed, keep them watered. What about all these guys? Yeah, there was a fountain here for them. This is a large statue, very expensive to bring back, but it will make people happier. Get rid of these stragglers, I don't even like them. These guys seem to be complaining about a lack of religion, probably because all their temples were torn down. Temple to Neptune existed once. I guess he can come back, even though we hate Neptune. And that's right, there was a fountain here. No point restoring the warehouse. Nepois. Okay. Let's have our city back. Population and all. Oh, I missed that money. I missed that money. Was there a forum here? I mean, there isn't now. There should be. I'll get rid of some 1x1s because I hate them. And replace some of the good old-fashioned tax collector. I'm trying, Caesar. Really trying. Well, peace is starting to restore. Favor is... yeah, it's alright. they'll be a bit cheesed off if I don't give them back their amphitheater access, surely. Right, it's time to restart the expensive but necessary pottery trade. You should only accept pottery and clay. We'll import it once again. And yeah, we can restart pottery. There we go, we're mostly back to normal. Population looks alright. Caesar's getting madder and madder by the moment. Let's see, I need an extra temple for Mercury and Ceres. Both can be arranged. Might as well put them somewhere I don't particularly care about. Not a lot of those anymore. Mercury and what was it, Ceres? I do care about Ceres now, so there we go. No throwing her down the stairs. At a bathhouse here, I'll keep that in mind because I do want to restore it. But if I don't have pottery flowing, then we won't get anywhere. Oh no. Oh, come on. Right, maul them. They're attacking me from off-screen, aren't they? Yeah, see those projectiles coming in? That's significantly unfair. That's why I hate fighting the Goths. They're so strong, and they have those attacks. Shouldn't have told every map maker out there how much I hate fighting Goths, though. It's only backfired. Rome wants marble. At least that's something I can deliver. I shift a lot of marble, but should be able to give him that. The question is if I want to. Another fruit farm, because I'm sure these guys don't like living next to rubble. Expertly done. We're back in business. And even though I don't want to give all this stuff away, we'll make Caesar a touch happier. More landslides, so the money's going to only trickle in for a bit. Alright, here's what we'll do. Seriously though, what are Syracuse I meant to sell me? What I'll do is I'll set up another dock and we will try once again to trade with Syracuse because that's a lot of money that I'm not getting right now, but I would very much like to be getting. Courtesy of the earlier earthquake, there is only one place, and that is this area here, that I can reasonably trade. So first I have to take care of any native risks. Just all of these guys. Not made easy. Not made easy at all. Let's clear what there is right now and make a more acceptable one. How about so? I'm gonna slap the mission post right there. And that should get rid of enough of it so that I can have my... there we go. Got rid of enough of the threat that I can build my dock. That still sucks because I have to actually get stuff over here for you to trade with. That's not impossible. Could be done this way. Well, there are options, right? As long as I get my warehouse as close to the dock as possible, it's all good. Wait, why am I building all that? It doesn't even matter if I don't actually have, if I don't have pa. Sorry, Caesar. I'm doing what I have to do. I gotta trade. Let's hope some boats start appearing then, because then I can get some food exports going. Ceres very much not happy with me, just leveled all of my crops. Everyone's particularly unhappy except for Mars, because I got my population back up and did not restore all the temples. So that's 2 for everyone except for Mars. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Population's it's all bad. Right. Why is Jake so low on money, asks Shashil. Yeah, some Goths came in, destroyed about 95% of my city, and I had to rebuild it. And as Caesar is finding out, rebuilding costs money. And it hammered my peace rating into the ground. Oh, and because I jacked up taxes to pay that off, everybody's a bit unhappy with me. Especially because of all the unemployment that there is now. The lower tax is down to 8%. And more battles are on their way. Ah. You know, they stopped being here ever since we erected the new guard.
If food doesn't arrive soon, this line will...
This line will what now?
Salwe, the plebeians urgently need more food.
You telling me that you don't? The clergy is above the plebs? I mean, you'd be right, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. Okay, I can start making more money if I evolve people into small insulae now. So it's time to bring back the bathhouses. You guys will also need an actor colony. Where was your bathhouse? I guess it doesn't matter, because I'm just going to trample down on these people's homes and erect it here. Oh, there already was one. Well, those people's homes can remain trampled down anyway. And of course, you actually need to get access to that pottery. Should have done that first before giving them everything else that they need, because this is going to be a slow and painful process. I know, Caesar. I know. Oh, and inflation hits again. Time for people's wages to go up even further to 45 denarii. Oh, dearie me. Caesar wants even more of my marbles. And more inflation. It never rains but it pours. I just can't make any bloody money. Where the hell are the Syracusae traders? We have a fully staffed... Oh, crap. I forgot to tell these guys they're not allowed anything. Well, that's where a lot of wasted money is going. And more inflation. Okay, seaborne trade is a bust. I don't know how or why, but the seaborne trade on this map's pretty broken. Yeah, I think something messed up. I was given a screenshot of the what people should be trading with me. It says Caesarea should be buying fruit and buying meat while selling wine, iron, and weapons, but you know, evidently not. Caesarea is, as we can see, doing the wheat thing. So I think our map maker mixed something up and ended up making Syracuse do nothing, which is hurting my denarii savagely. And I mean savagely. So I'm in a bit of a debt pile that I can't dig my way out of very well. Wasn't Neptune that made a storm so that they can't arrive by sea? That wears off after a while, so no, I don't think Neptune has any relation. I'm almost certain that it's Syracuse wasn't actually given any proper trade goods, so they can't come here to trade. There we go, let's get some actual evolution here. That means they'll start paying me in the taxes that I need. Jack it up again to try and actually make some money. Caesar's getting angrier and angrier because I'm not giving him his marble. Trying, friendo, I'm trying. Not very hard, but I'm trying. Let's stockpile it for a bit. And we're about to be invaded. However, there we go. Caesar gets his marble. We stop stockpiling it, and assuming we don't get attacked from here, we should be able to survive. That's right, there used to be another large statue right here that helped with desirability. And I'll probably throw down another temple, you know, to Mars, because he's the best. He's also pretty indifferent, which isn't good for me. But these buildings are good. These are these small insulae that give more taxes than other buildings do. Well, at this point at least. Which is why it's even worth me doing a bit of expensive plazaing for them. Just so long as they start giving me the money in kind. Should certainly not be a road there. Alright, looks relatively good. Relatively good. Whew! Dug my way out of that, but I need to do a whole lot more digging if I want to win this map. Actually, yeah, I can produce wine locally, so I can go the patrician route. But I need money, and I need unemployment to do that. I have the unemployment, but I sure as heck don't have the money. It's a lot of prosperity I need, and not a lot of years to get it. I have a feeling we don't quite have enough food coming in here as we need. A couple, that won't stem the flow entirely, but it should help. Well, this guy's problem is that he hates his life. There we go. Seems survivable. The money is looking okay, but I think that's because I'm really annoying my people with my high taxes, so let's ease off that for a little bit. I dealt with the inflation. No, I did not. Not enough, at least. Okay. What I have done, unfortunately, is rip away a lot of good building area. It's Goth time. Okay, no. I wonder if they've been given like invalid entry points, because quite a few of our attacks have just been whiffed. God, this is not enough money to go patrician at all. They need a lot of buildings that I just cannot give them right now. This is probably the best place to be putting it. Sure, there's a way to win this map from here, but I'm trying my best to see it. The denarii just does not hold. Even if I were to start building a patrician block, I would not be impressing Caesar with it. The income I make each year is so destroyed by the lack of value of my trade goods. Marble has gone down to about 1/3 of its starting value. Wine and oil have been halved, and I can't sell my food. What's the maximum amount of units an invasion can have? I think it's 120 or 160, but you can have loads of them, so... well, we'll see. We shall see. I need that denarii to pick up, though. It's only going down, it's not going up. What does my chief financial officer say? Net in and out actually looks alright for last year, but the taxes were higher back then. In fact, taxes are the bulk of what I'm making. That's why this year is struggling so much. If I don't put taxes up, I don't get anything. But unemployment is making people incredibly unhappy due to that. This is prime patrician land. I kind of need to do that, but I also can't afford to. I only need 2,500. That's a lot of villas, though. It's like 50 small villas. A lot of mouths to feed. And people are still unhappy. Yeah, well, something high taxes. Yeah, I'll be honest, I can't see the way out here. Held back financially. I've made a pretty good city, but not good enough. Not good enough for our map maker, Mr. Panda here. I wonder if the piece could... yeah, the piece could make it in time. I'm certain of that. Am I? Yeah, certain enough. Right. Well, I shouldn't just sit here and squirm. I should at least try. We have a bit of denarii, and we have tons of unemployment. So, what if we just got rid of this? Oh, but if I get attacked here and I die because of lack of this, I'm gonna feel so bad. Okay, alternative approach. There's a way forward here. We know they come in from this side, so let's just do it like so. Just trying to free up a bit of space for my potential patricians right here. I will not give up so quietly. I still need the Black Weeb to pacify his comrades. I like the layout here of the natives. It was clearly made so that you wouldn't have an easy time pacifying them. And that still leaves these two guys, which need their own... more inflation. Caesar wants weapons. Yeah, I'm 160% sure they intended for me to trade with Syracuse, since they've asked for weapons and iron now, but there's no way for me to fulfill that. No way at all. Build a load of farms here and try to feed my patrician friends. And patrician friends can get this area, which is defended by...
If food doesn't arrive soon, this lion will eat his own tamer. Me!
You've made your point there, Marvin. You made your point. People keep moaning about the food, though. Right, I'll tell you what people should be moaning about is the lack of pottery. Am I really importing every bit that I can? I am, that's the worrying thing. Well, clay at least. I could also import pottery, but pottery prices are outrageous. 190. Either the map maker is giggling to themselves, or they're feeling so ashamed for cocking up the trade route. I think lack of food here is going to be a real problem soon. It's not piling up.
Salwe, the plebeians urgently need more food.
I could subsidize it with food coming in from here, and that's probably the best thing that I can do for them. I already had these guys help out, but it wasn't enough. But I don't know. This is a lot of food. This is... but it's not enough. No, I can see that now. Right, they have access to you. I hate using gatehouses as roadblocks. I'm feeling a little bit on the ropes here. Enough to justify it? I don't know. But I still don't want to. I can come up with a better solution than doing that, surely. There we go, that should get you access to your stuff there. I want you to shove it into a granary right here. And I want a line across like that. And I want you to get that food. Downside is, if people get distracted coming over here, they won't get labor access. Or they'll get paltry amounts of labor access. We'll see if that amounts to anything that's really a problem. Actually, I might not even need this here. No need for that back and forth. They could all just bring it straight to that granary and everyone's happy. Yeah, foolish thing to do. Just get rid of you. Keep you as a regular intersection. Whilst I'm not sure if you're getting damage protection, you are not. So let's make sure that you do.
The number of unemployed people in this city is these buildings were just about ready to collapse. It's a good thing I was around.
That's pretty good voice acting. Who did that, I wonder? Very concerned about the lack of pottery. I don't want to, but I might have to break down all of these one by ones who are eating far too much of it. It'll alleviate some other problems, but cause other ones. Okay. Alright. this seems acceptable. I freed up this area. The denarii situation looks crummy though. Probably because I'm not taxing my people hard enough. Give me your goddamn money. I don't have enough houses here. Part of this is my... well, yeah, this part here is my fault. I should have made this area a lot bigger. This is a good size. This is far too small. I could have shoved a lot more houses in here. But I was in a hurry just to get some people up and fed. And hurrying like that has certainly backfired. Right, the gods are pretty unhappy because I'm giving preferential treatment to Mars. So I'm going to cut back on that for now. And... yeah, I really should try for my patricians at least. Native problems are still here, but I can smack down a wee missionary post whose only job is to pacify these two. And people are still unhappy, of course, because I tax them like crazy. Alright, no more problems here. However, how am I going to get all this farming that I need done? I can cut you off just a little bit. If this backfires, then my my city, or at least this part of my city, is going to be toast. That's not working the way I want it to. Crumbs. Oh well. A bit of fruit coming in here. And a bit of piglets coming in here. That serves our esteemed patricians. Now let's think. Patricians, they're only going to be 2 by 2 patricians. So I want 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the middle, 2 in the middle, 2 in the middle should be fine. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Center is going to be full of medium statues and fountains. Okay. Engineer post will be needed on maybe both sides to be safe, possibly, and they will at the very least need some labor access right there. And we'll have some there just in case as well. Now we need to start thinking how this is going to work, especially when I have no dosh. And no dosh is the big problem here. I mean, what we got all... we're working flat out, and I am still trying to sell all my wine, all my oil, and all my... Oh. Well. That was fairly self-inflicted. One thing I wasn't thinking about here was healthcare. Okay, the majority of my people are still seen to by a doctor, so that's fine. Do I just have nobody coming into the city? I think city, like, the citizens are so unhappy that nobody wants to migrate right now. Unemployment reduces your number of immigrants. You don't say. Oh, this is a problem. I wasn't keeping track of the rampant inflation either. Oh, I just broke down a whole load of stuff. Once they start coming in, then we'll be good to go. Oh, more landslides. Rome has increased the price of weapons by 90 denarii for reasons I cannot fathom. You know, one of these isn't enough. It's bad, very bad, to mix your food types. Could slap it over here, wouldn't make much odds, really. One for meat, one for fruit. And we get both going. Only 100 months left of this. I'm not seeing the way out, but I must keep trying. And yes, Caesar, you're not getting weapons. There's no way. I quite like the fact that I'm forced to oblige his requests because of lack of personal salary to throw at him. That's a good touch. I like it. How in the heavens am I going to well, build these guys up? I don't even have any money. That waters them all to a degree. But that lack of money. Oh, that, and I'm spending even more money because I don't have. I finally caught up with the inflation and paid my people a reasonable salary. And unless I jack up my taxes, I just can't marry my finances at all. How does that? Yeah, wages are way too high now. The denarii situation improves when I jack up the taxes, but people get very unhappy with me very fast. Oh well, gotta push forward regardless. We have oil. We do not have furniture, but I do have a way to bring in furniture. Right. Yeah, because I can import timber. Can't do anything with furniture there. Well, what can you do? This is a good place to set up such an industry, though. Otherwise, I'd have a getter. Well, I will have a getter for... I'll just slam you down right here. You're gonna have to get pottery, get oil, and get wine. A lot of work. Actually, getting the pottery is foolhardy. The other two are fine. And I'd have you here for getting the pottery. Again, big problem, not enough pottery. I do everything I can to produce it, but it's not enough. You should also get furniture, which I will produce over here. So you will accept only furniture and timber. I will set myself to import timber. And furniture, workshops. Clues in the name, get to work. 3 should be plenty. People won't like to live right next to these, I'm sure. Gonna line the center with medium statues, and then have all these medium villas in the middle. It would look, or it will look, something like this. At least such is the plan. Rich people love living next to Swastika Park. Something only you Germans see. 'Cause you're monstrous. Okay, so far so acceptable, except for the, well, let's not go into it. Marketplace, marketplace, marketplace. They're going to need at least 3 for this this area. And they will need religion. How are the gods doing, actually? Venus, for some reason, is displeased, despite everything else being okay. Could it be that there is a problem with one of the Venus temples? You there. No employees is making you a bit unhappy. So we'll move you over here.
There's so many jobless people here, it starts to look like Dublin.
Jobless, please. They're employmentally challenged there, Nitro. Get ourselves a nice little temple at the end here. And they will certainly want to... It's annoying, my Colosseum is right here and I want to build another one. But I can't deny the fact that I do. However, there are better ways to do this, I believe. Well, actually I could just squeeze it in around here. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Then I can have my lion tamers, my gladiators, and my actors. All pour their way in. That should take care of entertainment for a good while. I'll slap down an amphitheater as well. I don't have the money to just slap these things down willy-nilly. I'd like to build a good senate, but that I also can't afford. I gotta do the cheapo way on everything, including the forum here. And I will slap down my forum. I'll do it at the end so he does the full lap, hopefully. I think tax collectors have one of the smallest loops that they walk, but walk it he must. Another distant battle, another problem with money. It looks more like 2 distant battles to me. People will need proper schooling. They have X. Now ask yourself, Caesar, do you really have a need for 50 vines? A need so great that you will jeopardize the Roman Empire for it. I need 2 warehouses just to... Okay. I don't really have a place for them here either. I could tear down these places of worship, but I don't think I'd be popular for doing so. He really, really needs some Jake. You make him spill so much wine. Grumble, grumble. Recht. Doesn't change the fact that I need to act on this. Well then. If that's 2 warehouses, then there is 1, and there is 2. They accept wine and nothing, vines and nothing else. I mean, whenever Caesar asks for 50 of something, it is nothing but a troll request. Enemies are closing, so are the books, so to speak. Need a bathhouse. about barbers later. For now, people need doctor access. They're also, well, no, it's hospital I care about later. For now, they do need barber and doctor. Great place to stick the barber right here, except this native hoose is in the way. There you go, barber goes over there. What else are they gonna need? No, 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 and hey! Well, let's plow on. We might have something good going here. Except they hate living here. Now listen up, you fussy Roman pains in my backside. I worked hard for this, so here you go. Here's your triumphal arch. And I can build a second one. I'll build it right here. Probably doesn't reach far enough for these guys anyway, so you'll just enjoy a fat load of gardens. Landslides everywhere, and there you go. A clinic man? Could you see to our people? There we go. About that furniture, aren't you meant to be grabbing some? Oh, snap! These guys have been eating that furniture and I don't want them to. I could... no, that's very difficult to not have them get it. Okay, dang it all. This has to go. They'll tire of their furniture eventually, I'm sure. I hope. I could have you work here. It's not going to be pleasant for you, but needs must. No, no, that should be okay. Oh yeah, I jacked up my taxes once again. People got mad and stole money from me. And they continue to get mad and steal money from me. Okay, could you stop getting so mad and stealing money from me? That was a lot of money they just took from me in short succession. I'm impressed that he still finds challenges in this game, says Arillo Skifster. And this map is certainly a challenge. It's not an insurmountable one, but I don't want to keep hammering that point about the trade in Syracusae, but I am so consistently broke.
My governors think money grows on trees.
You asked for 50 cartloads of vines from me. What do you expect? The rampant inflation hurts on this map as well, very much so. Crime risk is it's mostly localized here. No crime round here, boss. Oh, I want to hear the crime thing that you have to say when you're next to some crime. No crime round here, boss.
There's a lot of unemployment here.
This place is full of immigrants. This place is full of immigrants. This place is full of immigrants. This guy. This place is full of immigrants. I mean, they've been around quite a while. I'm not sure if we can say they're still immigrants. Recht. Oh. Okay, so the enemy army is actually attacking from the choke point. This could work to my advantage or my significant disadvantage. I hope they can't shoot through that. That would have went better with some actual legionnaires, but... Oh, he wants a load of olives as well? I must have missed that one. That went surprisingly well, but that was because I had the choke point. That was a large enemy army that I had to dispatch. I'm gonna save just so I don't feel too nervous. Feels like I'm barely making any furniture here. I need these guys to actually bring it over. Okay, we got all of our vines at least, so we'll send them off to Caesar. Clunk. And now we need to have a direct change of course. It's all about the olives now. Which means we're going to cut back on you and farm for additional olives. And building those cost money that I don't have. My people love me. I hope they love me enough to pay my new tax increase. Please get that furniture. It's right there. It's right there. Oh, these guys have poor access to labor, because the labor is there and they are not. Okay, well, we'll worry about that shortly, because right now I'm getting invaded. I'm going to take a different approach here. This will give me more time to coordinate my armies with my leggies. Oh. It's Redbeard, Goatbeard, the other Redbeard, Bluebeard, Longbeard, another Goatbeard, and Hans the Younger. I'm not so sure I'm gonna survive this one.
You again!
I think I'm gonna need to send him another bunch of vines. Waste not, want not. Please, game. You gave me no weapons, no money, and no hope. And you're invading me with how many Goths? I feel like Hitler here, commanding regiments that don't exist. Yeah, my units are turning tail and running. I think that's the end of my city. But hey, if these guys have access to a library, they might become patricians.
You again!
Oh, please, Caesar. Alright, Marvin, you're our last chance.
Meat for you, Leo. If you touch my line, you will feel the tip of my whip. Now is your chance, Leo. That's a good line.
Marvin the legend. Oh. There go the patricians. Well, the patricians in making. What's your problem, Caesar? Damn that Bluebeard. Well, yeah, at least I still have people that are surviving there. For now. I'm not sure I can rebuild this city a second time. I didn't have a lot of money to do it the first time around, but this time I have negative not a lot of money. Yeah. Oh no. No you agains anymore. It's down the hatches for me.
I am less displeased. Despite all the funds I invest in your city, and the Senate's generosity of credit, you have let me down. Your city has not honored Rome. My faith in you was misplaced, and I'm forced to find another governor to take your place. Perhaps you'll find better in the new role I have in mind for you.
Well, that's the end of that one. It did not go well from start to finish. I did something pretty respectable with this city, given the limitations, and I think maybe not within 50 months, but there was victory to be had here. I just had to set up my patricians here to boost up my population to 8,000 and my prosperity to 90. Even though I could only have medium villas, I think there would be enough in it there. There was certainly plenty of food. But the only problem I had with this map was funds. If I could have actually had some denarii at any point in this map, I would have built up a wall of towers here. I certainly had the unemployment to sponge up. And another wall of towers here, and probably a little bit of auxiliary defenses to the north. All I needed was money, but there was just none to be had in this map. Inflation was rampant, so wages went extremely high. I could only just barely break even with my taxes, and the prices of goods went down, down, down. So what I'm saying is, great map. Challenging, just what I wanted from a custom map, and I am 100% certain that if the trade route was fixed and operational, then this would have been still a difficult map, but one that I would have won with. Okay, bit of a crap shot that they put an earthquake right where I wanted my docks, but we had backup docks. Don't know what was wrong with the trade route. I strongly suspect that when modding the map, Syracusa was not given trade goods, because opening with them doesn't actually give anything. Still, love the map, love the look of it, love the layout, love the fact that it isn't overly large. You know you don't want to build next to the edges, because just looking at this, you know invasions are going to be coming from here, otherwise it wouldn't be so clean. Same with here. So you know you have to somewhat centralize your city, and that is good. That is a good way to soft limit your expansion, even on a map size that isn't enormous. So pretty happy with this. Cheers to Mr. Panda, and I believe they consulted with Pepper Ann on the creation of this map. I enjoyed it, despite getting myself kicked in for 3.5 hours financially. And that hurts me the most, right? I run fiscally sound operations in every game I play, but this one I was forced into debt with very little wiggle room out of it. Especially after my city got leveled once. Could not handle the twice. So, cheers for joining. That'll be it for streams for at least the next 7 hours or so. Heading out to enjoy some nice whiskey, drown my sorrows, if you will. So cheers for joining, and until our next stream, cheerio. Wales was not civilized.